Townsend as well. So we chased you down and we asked you a little bit about the tourney, but also about that franchise tag because you were the last Jaguar to be put under it. Did you know that until we brought it up and people brought it up?
I had no idea about that. And, frankly, it's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing. So
it's a thing. Well, It worked out okay for you because you weren't under it very long. Instead, it led to your contract extension.
Yes, it's different with a kicker. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And, so is $19 million versus like $4 million.
That's a good point. Yes, much different.
So we can at least bring you in on the idea. What goes on during that, though? Like, how do we get to that point? And then how do you get to the extension part? I think it's fascinating. I think we haven't seen it much in Jacksonville again. So you and I think Mercedes Lewis, at least since I've been in town since 2008, are the only two that have been tagged. And I don't know if Yannick Ngakwe's tweet today said he is going to be tagged, but we all know Yannick Ngakwe is going to be tagged. So we'll get into that part of it. We got a bunch of different topics, some fun things to do, whether it's with Josh's social media or a bunch of different topics. So we'll get into that in a bit. But the big story sports-wise, local sports-wise tonight, the UNF Ospreys, block your ears, Matthew Driscoll, are 2 wins away from the NCAA tournament. 2 wins away from going to the bracket. But all he cares about is 1-0. I know the mantra. I'm just telling everybody they're 2 wins away. North Florida plays Lipscomb tonight in the ASUN semis. I'll have the call tonight on ESPN+. And we're not over at the arena today, but Matthew Driscoll probably just left the arena. Time to get a nap in. You feel good about tonight, Coach?
Well, I know one thing. Once I get that swaddle blanket on, I'll feel better. Because I tell you, I sleep a whole lot better, and Josh knows this as well as I do. When I watch the guys that shoot around and a lot of balls go in, and if you're a guy that takes a nap, that's a great thing to fall asleep on. Because if those balls aren't going in during shoot around, that nap's a whole lot different story. And Scobes, it's great to have you on. You and I did a little beat the brains together a little bit ago, and we had a lot of fun catching up. But the one thing I know is, what did you think of my swing the other day? Did you happen to catch it on the news?
You know what? I actually did, Coach, and it was pretty good. It was kind of like the way you talk. It was a little fast, a little jerky, and you talked a little bit too much after and before. But, it's something to work with, that's for sure.
Coach, I'll tell you one thing. The golfer's etiquette is probably not good for me. I like to just learn and listen and really ask a lot of questions. You know that. But I had a lot of fun hitting that little ball around. But it's March Madness, and I think, Brent, you said it best as your intro. It's going to be a great environment. It's a opportunity for the city to see college basketball at a high level. All 4 top seeds advanced, and obviously we're whatever we are at home, 13-1 or something like that, and we obviously lead the country in three-pointers, lead one of the top in assists, and we do a lot of great things. The other night against JU, held them to 23 the first 16 minutes of the second half with a .86 DER, which is second to none. Unfortunately, it's a 20-minute half, so the last 4 minutes occurred. But my point is, our guys are really locked in, understand Lipscomb coming off a big win at home against Gulf Coast, leading them into tonight's game. Asadullah, their 6'8", 245-pound forward, had 40. Yes, 4-0. And obviously he's a load inside. But the thing he does, Brent, that you'll really see, he was second to Ivan Gandearosa in assists. And therefore, he really can find guys. And he had 8 assists the other night against Liberty when they beat Liberty. So not only can he score the ball, he can find dudes as well, too. So he's going to be a load. And the other thing is, they're the second highest three-point shooting team in the league next to us. So they're very, very capable from three, and we've been very good defending the arc. But those would be the 2 biggest things, is keeping him in check, especially from the assist, pitching him out for threes, and making sure the arc isn't going to become an issue.
Matthew Driscoll with us, UNF men's basketball coach. Big one tonight, 7 o'clock, ASUN semis. And come on out to the arena, 7 o'clock tonight. Tickets still available, UNFospreys.com to do that. How about the quick turnaround? I know both teams have to do it, Coach, and Lipscomb's had to do it by going on the road on a short order. But that's just part of it, right? I mean, you got to play 2 games in 3 days.
Well, first of all, it's actually a lot like the league. We play Thursday, Saturday, so there is a quick flip. And this is kind of weird, but it's true. So when we played Lipscomb the first time, we were at home on Thursday. We beat Liberty, and we had to make this quick turnaround to go there. when we played Lipscomb the second time at home and beat them, we played at Liberty and lost and had to fly home, and the flight got canceled. We ended up taking vans and flipped it back. So all 3 games against Lipscomb have been these kind of quick flips. So it is what it is. It's just part of, the kids are probably way more resilient than we are anyway. So, it is what it is, and it's a flip. And the good thing is, for both teams, really, we played each other 2 weeks ago, so much hasn't changed, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Matthew Driscoll, one more thing from you. Rebounding the basketball was an issue the other night against Jacksonville University. How much of a focal point has it been the last 36 hours?
So let me put it to you this way. A young lady named Jennifer Perkins, she really gave me some great wise guidance into all those kind of numbers and things and thinking and all that stuff. And the reality is we've won 3 out of 6 championships in the last 6 years. And because we've embraced what college basketball has become, and we've recruited to what really is a strength in our league, we've had great uber success. And against the 5 best defensive teams in the league, including Liberty, the 5 best defensive teams in the league, we're 10-1. So the fact that we do what we do in the way in which we do it, we're minus 1.5 on the class in the league. The other night was an outlier. Mm-hmm. It was whatever it was. So we can't sit there and just talk about it because you got to look at the crux of analytics. So the other teams are at home that are these great defensive teams in our league. Just so you know, there's only one top 5 defensive team remaining, and that's Liberty. So it is what it is. We can't not think it's important because we talk about it. We talked about it yesterday. We videoed it. We did all that stuff that you're supposed to do, but we can't sit there and just harp on it and say, oh, the world's coming to an end.
I like it. I like the mentality. Hey, Coach, as you cuddle up there for a nap pregame, just think of the threes falling tonight, man. Swaddle, and think of threes falling all night long. Good luck tonight, man. We'll see you over there in a bit.
Well, there's a light drizzle going on right now, but it's going to be raining threes tonight, I can tell you that.
Well done. Very good. Matthew Driscoll, University of North Florida coach, co-champs in the regular season, coach of the year, the entire staff. We appreciate him checking in. Good luck tonight. And get the W tonight for the Ospreys. It's 1 win away against Liberty, potentially, or Stetson. And if it's Stetson, it's at home Sunday. And the last time UNF hosted a game in a championship game at home, the place was absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, that would be a fun game.
And they went to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I remember that one. That would be a fun game to go to Sunday. Let's cross our fingers for that one.
Absolutely. So they're good. They're good. Ospreys are good. You got to play well. Everybody's going to play well.
Yeah, they have to shoot well. That's their game. It's all about shooting the three.
It's a fun style to watch.
It is. Yeah, it's kind of all or nothing, and you go from there.
You play basketball?
I watch basketball.
Did you play basketball?
I did not. It was literally the only sport I did not play growing up.
Really?
Yeah. That and golf, to tell you the truth. So
interesting. Yeah. See, there's still a chance.
There's probably not. I still can't make a layup. I probably couldn't even dunk on that little goal over there.
Everything. Yes, you could, by the way. But everything is in Josh Scobee's wheelhouse today. We're going all over the map today, but we'll begin with some football. I want your thoughts on Jan. A.J. Boye, what a nice departure. Hey, we got some good things happening down at Jags headquarters. Yes, finally.
That's a big surprise, actually.
And it's all because of a message from A.J. Boye.
Wow. Yeah,
Thank you, A.J.
Yeah.
I want to send the guy flowers.
Oh, my gosh.
We'll be back. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN690.
Action Sports Jacks with Brent Martineau on ESPN690 is brought to you by Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690.
Partly to mostly cloudy, breezy, and warm today. Some scattered showers developing, perhaps an afternoon thunderstorm with highs in the low 80s. Join me beginning at 5 p.m. for CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jacks from the First Alert Weather Center. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beards Diamonds, where 0% financing for 5 years has been held over. Find out more at beardsdiamonds.com. Good news if you're looking to propose. Beards' most exciting offer ever has been extended. 5 years, 0 interest on anything in the store.
Yes, now at Beards Diamonds, get 0 interest for 5 years on any purchase.
And that's on top of Beards Diamonds' already everyday low prices.
Spread your payments out over 5 full years without paying a dime in interest.
How about a $6,000 Tacori or Veragio ring? You pay just $100 a month.
Or a pair of $3,000 diamond stud earrings. You pay just $50 a month.
But hurry, 5 years, zero interest financing won't last long.
Get her that designer setting she's been dreaming about and spread your payments out over 60 months.
Just divide your total price by 60, and that's what you'll pay a month.
Don't miss out on the best deal of the year.
0% financing store-wide held over.
Beards Diamonds, located at the St. John's Town Center.
Or beardsdiamonds.com.
Where exceptional is affordable.
Think you can buy a diamond just by looking at a grading report from a gem lab?
A diamond grading report is like a driver's license description.
Meet Eric Freund, a diamond expert at Diamonds Direct.
A diamond grading report tells you those basic descriptions, such as eye color, hair color, height, weight. What it doesn't tell you is what does the diamond really look like.
In fact, two diamonds with the exact same grade can look vastly different. That's why you have to see a wide selection side by side with your own eyes.
Would you date somebody based solely off of their driver's license description? Yes, but would you marry them? And when you buy a diamond, you're marrying that diamond. What you're really going to find out is a whole lot more about them when you're in person. And do you have that match, and is it that perfect sparkle that you want to see?
And at Diamonds Direct, you can always see 10, 15, 20 diamonds in the same size and shape you're interested in.
You want to see that diamond. You want to make sure it has that perfect sparkle and shine that you expected. I want to see it really pop. I want to make sure it's the diamond that I love.
And the price?
Diamonds Direct will have the lowest price. Guaranteed.
That's not just here, but anywhere in America. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Hey, boss! You're not gonna believe who I just heard endorsing Safe Touch Security on the radio.
Who?
Bill O'Reilly.
The Bill O'Reilly?
Yep.
You're yanking my chain.
I thought you might say that, which is why I recorded this off the radio. Listen.
So please call my friends at Safe Touch Security and get true professional equipment, professional installation, and the only monitoring center anywhere with a guaranteed response time.
This is not good news. Now more people will feel compelled to check out Safe Touch, and they'll find out about the two-way communicator and that guaranteed response time he was talking about.
Which will create more Safe Touch customers.
See? Not good news for us crooks.
'Cause we gotta stick to the Crooks or Us motto, stay away from Safe Touch houses. Dang it, Bill O'Reilly's making our job harder.
Crooks know to stay away from Safe Touch houses. Hi, I'm Lester Jackson, president of Safe Touch Security Systems. No one beats our technology or our price.
Call Safe Touch today at 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
Golick and Wingo.
Andy Reid went into Super Bowl 54 with 221 career wins. So that means he got his 222nd career win on 2/2/20.
Golick and Wingo. Weekdays at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPN2.
Hi, I'm Danny Warfel, 1996 Heisman winner, and you're watching Action Sports Jax.
I'm okay with you saying no or saying yes. I don't look at my role as to go around and twisting everybody's arm saying, here, please take this deal or please don't take this deal. My job was to go through and as you say, over 300 days of really straight through negotiations to get to this point. So I think there's a misconception out there that somehow this was 400-page document was put together overnight. Make sure that guys understand the choices that they have and understand what the consequences are of those choices. And after that, I'm okay if a guy votes no or a guy votes yes.
That's Eric Winston about the CBA, and he has been heavily involved as a rep for a long, long time and president of the NFLPA, I think from the players' side. I don't know if president's the right title.
I think it is, yes.
But the CBA comes to light again, and the voting period is now open for players. So this process is fully underway. They have agreed on the language of everything and what it looks like, and now it's time to go to a vote. It'll take 7 days from what I understand. It can take 7 days. The window is open for players around the league to vote. And I think we had Hayden Hurston. I think Austen said this before. There's like an app now for the players to be able to go get this information, and I'm sure it's as simple as that, to be able to look through it and vote. And now you just hope guys are knowledgeable about it and what they believe in and what they want. And do you read the fine print along with the headlines? And we've already seen some players say absolutely not going to happen. But I think we heard on Golick and Wingo. This one was on Dan Le Batard, by the way, Winston, earlier on ESPN 690. But I think it was yesterday or maybe 2 days ago on Golick and Wingo in the morning on ESPN 690. And they had Nate Solder on, the Giants rep. And he said he had gone back to a good core of his teammates in New York. And not just high-paid guys, not just roster bubble guys, and they said, hey, 17th game, would we be willing to do that for better benefits and more money? 15 guys said yeah. So it will be interesting to see how this thing will fall in the CBA. You have any feeling how it will happen, whether players will ratify it or vote against it?
I have a feeling in the long run that it's going to get a big vote for yes. I mean, you're seeing a lot of guys on Twitter, a lot of high-profile guys that are saying no, that they're not going to vote for yes at all. In the long run, it's going to be about who actually understands what's going on because, like you said, I mean, it's a lot to read into, and you're not going to have every single player read into this and understand what's going on. My hope for, as a former player is that they vote for, and, it's in the new CBA that we have better benefits for the retired players. And, obviously that's more expensive. And, the retired players want long-term health benefits, health insurance for life and all that. That's extremely expensive. Obviously, NBA and MLB have it, but that's something that I highly doubt the NFL is going to do because we have so many more players on an NFL roster and so many more players that have come before these teams. And unfortunately, these players only care about now and what's going to happen to them this year or next year or the next year after that. They're not worried about 10 years, 15, 20 years down the line.
Absolutely. Well said. And I think that's the tough thing to crack if you're the Players Association. Yes, could you get more if you hold out? Could you get more if you pick it? Could you get more if you don't play games for a long period of time? Yes, but opportunity is now. Someone might be 25, 26 years old. Your opportunity, your window is small in the NFL. Interestingly, you brought up the retired guys because I think there's a lot of catching up to do. Just a real quick thought, then we'll get to Jan and A.J. Boye. But I asked Austen this too. In the last CBA or in recent CBAs, are guys that now play, guys that now retire, pretty happy with their benefits and what they get long term? A lot of these guys that are unhappy, doesn't that go like 1993?
Yeah, absolutely. It's obviously gotten better with the CBAs that have been signed over the years. The previous one that we did in 2012, it was good enough for us, or 2011.
Yeah, 11-12 right there.
11-12. It was good enough. It didn't benefit the retired players as much. And that's why, as a retired player now, that I would like for it to benefit me more. Because as of right now, once you're done playing football, if you're a fully vested veteran player, you get 5 years of full health insurance. And then after that, you pay for it yourself. And I know the average American can't really comprehend that, with being that they have to pay for it every year themselves anyway.
Absolutely.
But with how short our careers can be, you could play 6 years in the NFL and you're fully vested. So by the time you're 32, 33, you don't have health insurance. You might have to pay for it. So it's a very expensive thing, and you might have a lot of health issues and things that the NFL won't cover anymore.
Well, absolutely. Well, I mean, listen, it's not relatable to the average person, but the average person also isn't getting injured in their daily work like football players usually are.
Correct. Yeah.
And by the way, some of those signs don't come till down the road.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense. I get it. All right, let's talk about the two big topics of the week. We're going to have different people in here all the time this week. I want to get their thoughts. Yannick Ngakoue, let's begin with him. You've been here before, franchise tag, into an extension. You were the last guy to do it. I brought it up at the top of the show. What is he thinking right now, do you believe? Can you get inside his mind? I know everybody's a different person. This thing has gone south, at least from his view. And I've been telling people for months there's been a stalemate for a long time in these conversations and these discussions, negotiations. Where do you think he is at? What is he thinking with the franchise tag looming? Obviously, he'd like not to sign a long-term deal. He'd love to get out of town if he could, but he might have this opportunity to play for $19 million or not in 2020.
Yeah, obviously it's a completely different situation than what I dealt with in 2012. But my question is are these tweets and social media posts coming from Jan, or are they coming from his agent? Mm-hmm. And he's relaying them to Jan, just to,
as a well-crafted.
Correct. So that's where I'm at with that. If he feels that way, then that's unfortunate. If his agent is making him say these things, then he's trying to negotiate a long-term deal. that's what I think about it. Whenever I went through it, my agent wanted me to go radio silent, not talk to the team, not post anything on social media, not put out anything that could give any leverage on one side or the other. So I'm kind of confused. It's a little bit different day and age, even 8 years later than when I went through it. I'm hoping.
I remember reaching out to your agent a lot around that time, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Todd France?
No. Todd,
no,
he was a kicker, but he's also an agent.
He's an agent now.
Ken Harris was his name.
Harris,
yeah.
That's right. Good guy.
Absolutely good guy and great agent. But, agents instruct you to do certain things at times where it might not make sense to you, and it might not make sense in the long run, to tell you the truth. But they know what they're doing for the most part. There are some that don't know what they're doing at all. I mean, at all. I could name a few, Jaguar players, agents that don't know what they're doing because of the way they've handled things. But I think Jan's agent is handling it the right way. I have an opinion on both sides of it that I think are good and bad, but I just hope that they can come to some agreement where there's not animosity and there's not anything that's going to hold him back from, if he's going to be here, he wants to be here.
Yeah, and as a player, there's a couple things. I think they made a brilliant move on Monday and kind of that tweet, right, and putting that out there. But the tweets have not stopped. I thought they might. I thought they might stand still, and they are not. And now, actually,
it's the responses too to other people's tweets too.
Well, now I see that I think Jan's tweet has been deleted.
Oh, geez. Well, that's
so his tweet was basically mood. He said mood in capital letters, and he had a meme, GIF, whatever, GIF. What are we doing? GIF or GIF?
I always call it a GIF.
Okay, me too.
Know. I'm 37.
We still can't figure that out. But the GIF was locked up or locked.
Yeah. I saw
kind of
that.
like he's in jail, right? Well, now I can't find it. I think he took it down.
Yeah, that was probably one that he did himself without his agent's influence. I mean, there's certain things that we as players or former players will tweet that our agents will text us and say, hey, take that down. That was a bad idea. So that might have been one. Or hopefully it was Jan saying, with his own conscience saying, that was a bad idea.
I think, and I've had a read on this, Jan, I think, wants to talk. I think he's emotional. He's an emotional guy.
Very emotional guy.
And I think he wants to say stuff. And it's really hard not to, especially when you have this at your disposal. And so you can see why maybe he said something they didn't. I thought right away when I saw locked up that the Jags actually relayed to his camp that they are going to tag him. But I have not confirmed that. I don't know if that's the case as of yet. I haven't seen that
probably
yet.
Not. In my experience, probably not. The Jags, I doubt they reached out to him and told him they were going to do that.
Okay. And they have until March 12th to do that. So there's still time left in that window. The other part of it, put yourself in Jan's shoes, your agent's shoes. You said there's a lot of trust there. You got to, and most are really good at what they're doing and have a plan. But part of this plan for Jan, if he really sticks in the sand, and we know he's a principled guy. He's a little bit different. He's an emotional guy, principal guy, and I'm not saying money doesn't matter, but it might not be the most important thing. Where for a lot of guys,
it's respect for him.
Money is very important for most guys. But if he doesn't play this year in its entirety, he could lose, say, $12, $13 million of that franchise tag, and maybe plays the last 6-7 games for a accrued year and gets $6 or $7 million, which is still a lot of money. Last year, because he risked or gambled on his own final year of his rookie deal, well, he left on the table some $15, $16 million potentially, even if he didn't like their offer. Now you're talking about $30 million, man, over 2 years. It's hard to make up. I know it's not just about the money. It's about respect and principle stuff for Jan. I get that, and I appreciate that. I respect that. But $30 million is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. I mean, let's say hypothetically he does not want to be here. Let's just say that over the last 2 years he's seen what's gone on with Jalen, what's gone on with Telvin, not wanting to play football in general, and the things that have happened to the first-round picks that they've had the past 4 years that are not here anymore. Maybe he's seeing that, and this is his way of trying to get out, denying that $19 million per year contract that they were going to give him last year, quote unquote, which I've heard way too many times to actually believe it.
Yeah. By the way, I can tell you, it wasn't 19 million, but still, even if it's 17 million, man, it's still a lot of money. And I'm not saying you should take that. I'm just saying it's still a lot of money for this argument, this part of the argument.
But let's say hypothetically that, he doesn't want to be here. This is his way of trying to get out and getting to the free agent market. He's going to be able to bump up his worth, and he's going to drive that market price up, and he's going to be the number one free agent on the market. And that might get him up to 22, 23 million a year. And the agents see that. He might see that. And he might not see it as much as his agent sees the dollars and cents, but if that's what he's trying to do, then you have to try and make as much money as you can while you can.
Absolutely. I think you're right about that, and I think most people agree with you, and that is the reality of it. He'll eventually make big bucks.
He will.
It's just a matter of time when he chooses.
Yeah, and the one thing, that the fans don't see is we shouldn't care about the money. We should care about our team and care about our players when they want to be here. If they don't want to be here, that's fine, but we should want them to be here.
Yeah, and a discussion we've had for a long time is why don't they want to be here? Can that part be fixed? And sometimes it is player. I always use the Olivier Vernon example. He wanted to go to New York. Not like he hated Jacksonville. He wanted to play in the big city.
Absolutely.
Well, that was a different way of thinking. That's fine. Jalen, I don't think he was ever going to spend 10 years here. He wanted out. But the why is still important. Can you keep guys like Yannick Ngakoue? Is there still a possibility of that down the road? And the exits have been interesting. Could there be a Yannick Ngakoue exit coming up? We'll see. Jalen Ramsey's exit was a wild one, and it's still being felt. He's still tweeting about it. But A.J. Boye had a different tact, and it was appreciated by the fan base. Let's talk about it next on ESPN 690.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show on ESPN Radio.
I don't think that people would go from CBS to ESPN to watch a game just because of Tony Romo. You know what would improve Monday Night Football's ratings is if we had a flex package that allowed us to put the best football games on there, and it wouldn't matter if you had two camels sitting in the booth.
Do the camels interrupt Jim Nance? Because that's one of the great qualities of Tony Romo.
The Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugatz on ESPN Radio and ESPN News.
Welcome to Jacksonville's Frisch Family Holocaust Memorial Gallery. It's a free educational resource with rotating exhibits. It's so important we remember. Jewish Family and Community Services. Here for remembrance. Here for Jax. Learn more at hereforjax.com.
I'm Josh Scobee, proud supporter of the Guardian Catholic Schools, where we believe that every child deserves access to a quality faith-based education. For over 22 years, Guardian Catholic Schools have served as a critical high-impact presence within Jacksonville's educational landscape. From our highly acclaimed Early Learning Center and K-8 classrooms, every student is prepared with critical thinking skills and confidence as our educators build a foundation for their lifelong success. In fact, more than 96% of our alumni go on to graduate high school, higher than our local and state average. All students attending Guardian Catholic School receive some level of financial assistance. Regardless of where they begin, we know that all children can be successful. For more information on how you can help protect the potential of these bright students, visit guardiancatholicschools.org. or call 904-765-1920 to schedule a tour. Guardian Catholic Schools, protecting potential.
Hey, drag race fans, NHRA Mellow Yellow Drag Racing returns to Gainesville Raceway March 12th through the 15th with the Amalie Motor Oil NHRA Gator Nationals. There's action all weekend, including daily NHRA 101 tours and nostalgia cars to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Pro Stock and the Hot Rod Junction in the pits. See the Nitro Flames on Friday night with 330-mile-an-hour qualifying racing, plus a special night race with the Black Pearl Jet Car. Saturday features the exclusive NHRA Nitro School for fans and the NHRA Streetcar Showdown with the quickest versus the fastest grudge match. Sunday is the final race day, including the Seal Master Track Walk-Along with pre-race festivities in the fan zone. Champions are crowned, and for the first time, the winner circle is on the track for an up-close and personal experience with the race champions. Don't miss all this action with your race ticket. Get your seats now at NHRA.com. NHRA Mellow Yellow Drag Racing, March 12th through the 15th, Gainesville Raceway. Speed for all.
Be bold, Jacksonville, with Bold City Heating and Air. When it's hot, we turn on the AC. When it's colder, we flip on the heat. But are you getting the best value with your system? Hey, everyone, this is Brent Martineau. Insulation is an important part of comfort and efficiency in your home. At Bold City Heating and Air, they offer free consultations and quotes on your insulation. Call 904-379-1648 or check out boldcityac.com. 5-star reviews on Facebook and Google. Be bold, Jacksonville, with Bold City Heating and Air.
You've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. You have to carefully monitor your health for the rest of your life. And you have an increased risk of developing cardiovascular disease.
Cut. Take 2. Action.
You've been diagnosed with a new purpose: to fight for the amazing life you made for yourself. To look that risk of heart disease square in the face and say, no, not me. You've been given a new opportunity to live. Get started at NoDiabetesByHeart.org.
3, 2, 1. The countdown to the 50th Daytona Supercross is on. The high-flying, heart-pounding action happens Saturday, March 7th at the World Center of Racing. Get closer to the action than anywhere else on the Monster Energy AMA Supercross circuit as the top racers go bar to bar at Daytona. Don't let another second pass you by. Get tickets and trackside access by calling 1-800-PIT-SHOP or visiting DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Ready, set, go to Arlington Toyota during the Ready, Set, Go construction sales event. Have you been by Arlington lately? Construction is underway for their new state-of-the-art showroom. And while the dust is flying, so are the amazing deals, thanks to Arlington's Ready, Set, Go construction sales event. How about a 2020 Toyota Corolla? It's not $17,635. Now it's only $14,991. Yeah, $14,991 for a pre-owned 2020 Toyota Corolla at Arlington Toyota. Want a 2019 Toyota RAV4? It's not $24,195. No way. It's just $19,471 for a pre-owned 2019 Toyota RAV4 at Arlington. Plus, you'll get the Arlington Toyota $5,000 Advantage Club, including a lifetime warranty with unlimited time and miles with your purchase. Ready, set, go to the construction sales event happening now at Arlington Toyota, and pay up to 50% less on 2019s and even 2020s. 10939 Atlantic Boulevard or online at arlingtontoyota.com. Visit arlingtontoyota.com/readysetgo for offer details.
Pop quiz. If you sell a home for $500,000, how much would a traditional real estate agent charge in commission? If you guessed $25,000 to $30,000, you're right. But if you think that's the only way, you're wrong. This is why thousands of homeowners are making the switch to Rex. With Rex, you get a dedicated agent and a full-service experience at a fraction of the cost. Rex uses game-changing technology to cut out the middleman and save homeowners tens of thousands of dollars in fees. See if you qualify by calling 833-REX-HOME. Remember, this is your home. Why give an insane amount of equity away to an agent? Rex offers the lowest fee in the industry without skimping on service. You'll work with an experienced real estate team with you every step of the way. Get the most out of your home. See if you qualify by calling 833-REX-HOME. 833-REX-HOME.
Florida, CQ 1057788.
Minimum fee may apply. Not licensed in all 50 states. Visit rexhomes.com to see if Rex is available in your area. Rex fully supports the principles of the Fair Housing Act and Equal Opportunity Act.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Austen Lane from Action Sports Jax. Thanks for making ESPN690 the fastest-growing sports station in Jacksonville. It was a lot of fun playing for the Jacksonville Jaguars for 3 years, and I'm having just the same amount of fun on the radio every single day with ESPN690. So I'm reaching out to you to be part of our team and grow your business with ESPN690. Give us a holler at 245-8732. That's 245-8732. We look forward to hearing from you and hope you join the team.
First Take, Your Take, with Jason Fitz.
Is it about LeBron? Is it about the Clippers? Now that Reggie Jackson is signed with the Clippers, what's it all mean?
Looking at LeBron because he's LeBron. It's the ball in your hands. You're a top 2 candidate for league MVP honors. You are representing the Laker brand, and everybody's going to the other team. It's a problem, and it may cost the Lakers the chip.
First Take, Your Take, with Jason Fitz from 1 to 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPN News.
Now, back to Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690 and in the iHeartRadio app.
Sports nicknames 1,000.
Joel Embiid in 2019 won the trademark for this nickname of his that also describes the 76ers' strategy of improving the team.
Paul, what is do a 180?
No. What is the process?
Well, Joel Embiid on there for you, Coos.
Had to get him in somehow.
I didn't read the entire article. Alex Trebek, obviously, right there. Jeopardy, I think he gave, in the last couple of days, he said something, an update. And I honestly did not see it all, but I heard it was gracefully said. And how is he doing? What's the update on Alex Trebek? Do we know?
I didn't hear, like, if it's in remission or anything like that. I think he was just saying there's good days, there's bad days, but I want to talk about it because there's other people
So
going
he's just giving an update. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that's good. He has handled that very well, and obviously that could be a very deadly disease. So best thoughts to Alex Trebek. You just stopped at Joel Embiid, basically. Once you heard Embiid,
I knew I was playing that.
Big Sixers fan over here.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I got nothing for you on that.
He's a Philly guy.
Yeah. Philly, for the most part, yeah.
Big Foles fan.
Well, yeah, I still am. I mean, come on.
You kind of look like him, to tell you the truth.
Do I? Get. Actually, that might not be the first time I've heard that.
That's pretty good. Brett Marno here, former Jags kicker Josh Scobee here. Coos here as well, here on Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690. Do you still go by like former Jags kicker? Like, is that the introduction? Or are you now just like a guy in Jacksonville?
It's kind of both.
I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just a guy in Jacksonville, and I appreciate it.
I didn't take it in a bad way. Absolutely not. There are times, with whatever charity event or golf tournament or whatever event that I'm doing that, they have to give you a brief rundown of your resume or whatever, where it's former NFL kicker or, I played for 196 games in Jacksonville and 4 in Pittsburgh. And somehow I'll get lumped into being a former Pittsburgh kicker. So that's not what I really like. My favorite one was it's a golf tournament I'm playing in coming up in June that my brief synopsis of my career says former NFL linebacker, Pittsburgh Steelers. That's it. Former NFL linebacker, Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, I had to text them and tell them to change it up.
I don't know if you change that one, man. Just keep it.
I would change it. I'm probably way more than Telvin Smith right now, but it's not as fast.
I know, linebacker Steelers. I mean, that's an honor.
Yeah, it's kind of James Harrison, Josh Scobee. Yeah, same thing.
All right, this is a great transition, and I'm not bringing up all the Pittsburgh stuff. Okay?
Oh, I don't care anymore.
I know you're very good about that. But this speaks to AJ Boye. Last night on Instagram and then Twitter and everywhere else, shared a message and one of thanks. And AJ Boye, by the way, before the message, if you know AJ Boye, true pro, class, all that stuff. Oh, yeah. Really a cool guy, interesting guy, because doesn't show a lot of emotion. Really hard to read sometimes. But he's a pro. And everything you hear about him, we've told the stories before. I think it was the Robbie Anderson route when the Jets played here, that he basically ran the route for him. That's what he does. That's how he's become such a great player, or a very good player in the NFL, is film work. And he can run routes for receivers. He does so much homework. And on top of that, he's a very avid reader. So he's a cool guy, a very interesting guy at this level, where, especially in a locker room in 17, where he had all these personalities. And the guy under the radar I always thought was AJ Boye. Another thought about AJ Boye, and I'll say this, and I said this before this topic came up today and last night. I've read a lot of things about AJ Boye in the last couple of weeks, and I think it's a wrong narrative to say that he played bad football last year. I really don't. You can come at me if you want on that, but I do not believe he played bad football. Now, did he play Pro Bowl level football? No, I don't think so. But the narrative out there is that once Ramsey went away and he had to be the guy, that he didn't play well. I did not see that with my eyes, and I never tell people that I'm like the well-trained guy. I'm not the film study guy. But nothing jumped off to me to say, wow, this guy is an eyesore right now. He's not playing good football. What's going on with A.J. Boye? They got to get rid of him. I did not see that. And maybe that existed and I just missed it. But I did not see that. I think it's a false narrative about A.J. I actually go back to the London game when he had to go against DeAndre Hopkins, and I thought he did a heck of a job against Hopkins in that game. Now, the Jags got obliterated. It was an awful game. But Hopkins didn't do that much. I was concerned because Ramsey had always shut down Hopkins, and the length of Hopkins concerned me against A.J. Boye from a size standpoint, and it didn't show up. And then, quite frankly, I never really thought the secondary got burned that much for the Jags. It was all the running game in the second half of the year because how many times did we say, wow, man, they would have won this game if Ramsey was here? We never really said that.
No, they didn't need to because they were already down so much. The other team was running the ball every other play.
Yeah, so I didn't like that narrative in the last few weeks. In fact, I think the Jaguars wanted to bring A.J. Boye back. Bottom line is, it's a good deal for everybody. Boye gets out of here and goes to Denver. He'll still get his money. 2 years left on the deal. The Jags get some cap relief. They get a fourth-round pick in return, and there was no guarantee they were going to keep A.J. Boye anyway, given their current situation. So I think it works out. And then A.J. Boye departs town with a fantastic message to the fans, to the city, mentions Shad Khan and the Jaguars, and has very nice things to say about him. So different than, well,
the
Jalen
contrast.
Ramsey.
Yes.
And so different than I think what the feel right now is with Yannick Ngakoue and what he's saying about the organization. And I'm just here to tell you, yesterday on the show I asked, can we get something positive, right? Can you give me something positive? I need to bring back the Sunshine and Rainbows Club here in Jacksonville, so give me something. And we had a hard time finding something.
It's hard, yeah.
Yesterday, A.J. Boye delivered it for us. And I think we're all almost like we needed it. Like we grasped onto it. This has been negative for 6-8 months around here. And I think just a simple message from A.J. Boye to say, you know what? It's not all right down there at Jags headquarters, but it's also not all wrong. I appreciated my time here. I enjoyed my time here. I think there are good people down there trying to do the right thing down here. I really feel like, based off the reaction on social media to that we really needed somebody to say that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether it's true or not.
Yeah, I don't care if it's true or not, but I believed everything he said. And A.J. Boye is a classy guy. We're talking about a guy that was undrafted coming out of college and that ends up being a second-team All-Pro in 2017, signing a big deal here. He only played 3 years here, but they were 3 really good years. And like you said, I don't care what anyone says, last year was not that bad. And unfortunately, a lot of times the local media and the local radio shows here will say something about a player like, yeah, he did not play well last year. Yeah, there's a reason they're getting rid of him. They were going to cut him anyway. You're just repeating what someone else said from the previous day or the radio show you're listening to on the drive in. But he was one of the leaders on the team and one of the guys that you actually want on the team and in that locker room for the right reasons. So they're going to miss him. And yes, they're going to gain some salary cap, but they're most likely not going to get the type of player and for sure not the type of person that he was on that team and in that locker room.
Yeah, absolutely. But part of the transition to this was you mentioned kind of Pittsburgh. You weren't happy when you left here.
Oh, absolutely not.
I remember talking to you, and that was not done great in your opinion.
Oh, it was horrible.
And I don't know how much you want to shed light on that, but
I can go into it if you want.
Yeah, I want you to take us there because I want to see the other side of it. There is angst, right? Listen, this company, who has been very good to me over the last 12 years.
Or I've been very good to them. Let's just say that.
Yeah. And I feel like I've been very good to them too.
Yeah.
So we've had a great relationship. Could tell me tomorrow that, hey, they don't need my services anymore. And I can appreciate even the way they deliver that message, whatever it is, but I can still have angst about it. Like, what the hell? What else do you want me to do? Those kind of things. Those are natural thoughts.
Absolutely.
So I can understand the angst that Yannick is going through. The situation that I don't always understand all of Jalen Ramsey's, but I can understand how it can at least get boiled up inside you. I think there's a sense of immaturity there as well. But take us through it because, listen, AJ's landing on his feet in a pretty good situation. So he shouldn't be too mad. He's going to Denver. It's not like they shipped him off to Antarctica.
That's
but
where I
you
got
were
shipped
not.
to.
You were, you basically did get shipped off to Antarctica in your opinion.
In my opinion,
and
yes.
the way it went down. So those things are important to a player,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah, I mean, no one knows what truly goes on behind the scenes in terms of your relationship with the coaches and with the team and whatnot. But when I got traded, I was obviously not happy with it. I'd been here for 11 years, and I wanted to stay here for the entirety of my career. Obviously, that doesn't happen with too many people.
No.
What you want and what you get in the NFL are two completely different things. But it was just the way it went down whenever I got traded, and there were certain things that were not options to me that I did not like, including getting some of my stuff shipped to Pittsburgh instead of me actually being able to come and get them so I could have them the next day for practice, that type of stuff. So things like my cleats that I kick with and I've been kicking with that are broken in, and all my stuff that I normally use on an everyday practice, instead they waited 3 days to ship them so I wouldn't have them until 4 days later. That type of stuff that, the little things that you don't really think about, that, GMs and whoever else is in charge of doing this stuff really doesn't pay attention to the little things of the players that matter.
Yeah. And matter to probably some players, but not all players, too.
It might.
Something different might matter to a different person, right?
Yeah, but I asked to come down. I'm like, hey, can I come down and get my stuff? I have a lot of stuff in my locker. I literally just left there 2 hours ago. Can I come get it? And they said, no, we'll ship it to you, and doesn't arrive until 4 days later. That type of stuff annoyed me.
Come on, overnight it, Jack.
Come on, you cheap. So, I mean, that type
we have
of
a drop
stuff.
button.
But that type of stuff, you never know how that's going to end up being bad for the player or the team. And it just got me off on the wrong foot with Pittsburgh. I just didn't feel comfortable with everything. But, that was a long time ago. And things just kind of spiraled down from there. And things happen for a reason. And, we can hope that with AJ, like you said, he's gone to a good organization, and hopefully he can make the best of it. And we got a 4th-round pick out of it. And it honestly doesn't seem great, but it's a good situation, because from what I hear, we were going to cut him, which I understand because of the high salary he was making, but still, it's going to be hard to replace that type of player and that type of leader.
It's funny, I've heard both. I've heard they were going to cut him, and then no. But it's easy to say now that you're not going to cut him.
Correct. Yeah. We were going to cut him. Yeah.
So there's tough situations. I love the story. I don't love the story, but I appreciate you sharing the story, because I think that's real. I do think fans sometimes. Us on the outside sometimes view football players as what's like kind of that cliche is like that piece of meat, right? And sometimes I think internally the business is run like that. So it's not just the people on the outside. The business can be run like that sometimes because it's such a cutthroat business. But you can still do the things the right way. And by the way, we've seen the Jags do a lot of things the right way too over the years. We've seen a lot of I mean those small little gestures.
Oh yeah.
Whether it's with fans, whether it is with players, military, all those things. I mean, organizations do a lot of things the right way too. Of course, we highlight the bad most of the time. And right now it doesn't seem like there is a lot of bad. I asked Austen this the other day. We've been wrestling with this. Culture's not great right now. Not great is probably putting it nicely.
Yeah.
The why and how to fix is really one that none of us can answer. There's not like, the why and how to fix until December whatever was Tom Coughlin. That was the view. The view was, okay, get rid of Tom Coughlin, now everything's fixed. Well, the Jan situation shows me that, that's not the case. Because here we are 3 months later, and Jan still isn't happy, even though Tom Coughlin's been long gone now from the organization. So that's a lazy way to say, okay, everything's fixed now, one guy's gone. And to be honest with you, the organization tried to do that with Gus Bradley. They basically said, hey, Gus Bradley was the problem, he's gone, bam, everything's fixed. Well, he had a good year in 2017, but obviously in the long term, it doesn't seem like it was fixed. So it's a really difficult thing to answer is, why is it like this? How do you fix it? I guess what I keep telling people, whether I see them in Wawa, Publix, golf course, anywhere, because everybody's asking.
Yeah, how are we going to fix
this? there's two ways to fix it in the NFL. It's to win and find the QB. And usually it's find the QB and then you'll win.
You win. Yeah.
And I think that seems so simplistic because I think the depths of what's going on maybe at Jags headquarters and what has transpired to build some of this angst took longer than those two answers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the reason why the Patriots have been the way that they are for the past 20 years now, 20-plus years, is because they've had the best quarterback of all time. So you can look at any good team in the past 5, 10, 15, 20 years that has had longevity. They've had a good quarterback, and they've had sustainability in the front office and sustainability on the rest of their roster. And that's just a cyclical thing. If you don't have a quarterback, you don't have a good team. You can kind of mask it, and like a lot of teams have done, you can say, oh, defense wins championships, and you can have a good defense, and you can make a good run. But as soon as you get to that point where you need your quarterback, you have to have that good quarterback. And that's the thing that we've been missing here for a long time. And hopefully we have one of them on the roster.
Yeah, it's hard to sustain if you don't have that guy, to your point.
Very, very hard to sustain.
And I think the Patriots are a great example of this. We'll soon find out if they become a different kind of example of this. But the whole Aaron Hernandez situation, just in general, the fact that he was in the locker room, obviously, and we know his past now, was amazing in itself. But even the situation and how it was handled, and it was like, it was no big deal to the Patriots. They just kept winning games and winning games because a lot of those things just go away if you do have that quarterback and you have that now winning culture. They were 6-7 years into it by that point. And also I bring up like a guy like Chandler Jones. You know, if this organization around here, which by the way might be Yannick Ngakoue, gets rid of a guy that goes and has these massive years with Arizona, which is what the Patriots did. They got rid of Chandler Jones, and it's really a huge mistake in hindsight. Now, the quarterback masked it. The winning masked it. They won anyway.
Yeah.
But if you lose, and that's part of the reason, or down here when you lose all the time, and this becomes a big reason, like Yannick Ngakoue in a big story, that's where that side of the culture kind of invades. And I just don't know how you flip it. And I just simply say to people, hey, QB and win. QB and win. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if there's a secret formula other than that. You can try to do all the right things. You can try to FedEx your stuff overnight instead of 4 days later.
I mean, the little things. It's the little things that lead up to the big things. But in reality, you need the quarterback to win. And in the NFL, there's probably only 10 really good quarterbacks. And the rest are kind of a little meh. But we're hoping to have one here. And if you can get one here, then the rest of the team feeds off of him.
You think that guy is here?
I hope so. I hope so.
I need more than that.
I hope he has very nice.
He is here.
I hope he has a really nice, mustache and facial hair and, about 6'1".
It is, if you allow yourself to dream a little bit and think in a sunshine and rainbows kind of way. See, AJ Boy has got me back on track a little bit. It could be so much fun. Gosh, if he's good, it could be so much fun.
I know. That would be the savior to Jacksonville.
It really would.
Yeah.
It'd save a lot of different things and hide a lot of other things. All right. That was the nuts and bolts of the show. We got a lot of different directions to go, including Scobee's tweets.
Oh.
I'm looking at his last 20 tweets. Don't delete them like Yannick Ngakoue. Next on Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690.
This is Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690.
These guys can't even make a play. I mean, even Calais, I love Calais, but Calais isn't making a play that's like changing games. You ask how it goes bad. If you don't make plays in the NFL, even at a minimal level,
yeah,
I mean, you're screwed. I mean, you can point to every game in the NFL, and guys are doing it. Really, for one of the few times this decade, even as much losing, we're saying that they can't even make a play. Not the play, but a play.
Listen weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. in your car or stream them. ESPN690.com.
Basketball season is heating up. It's the time when the standings begin to take shape and real competitors discover just how far they can go.
Goodyear knows the road to the playoffs takes the right amount of momentum and drive, and that movement is the path to discovering your true potential.
So on your drive, Goodyear wants to help you discover your own possibilities, no matter where the road leads.
When it comes to choosing tires, visit Goodyear.com and pursue the road ahead. Goodyear, more driven.
No matter how big the job a pro like you is working on, Lowe's is ready and stocked with the supplies you need, so you can get everything you need in one stop, saving you time. And will also save you money, because when you buy 64 or more sheets of OSB, save 10% just for buying in bulk. And our pro loaders are ready to load you up and get you back to the job site faster. For the supplies you need today and every day, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's, U.S. only.
I'm calling all hockey fans. The Jacksonville Icemen are at home this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What's up, everybody? It's Austen Lane on ESPN690 and Action Sports Jacks. And if you've never experienced the intensity and excitement of a Jacksonville Icemen's game, well, you better step your game up and take it from me. This is an experience that you don't want to miss. The Icemen take on the Florida Everblades this Friday, the Atlanta Gladiators this Saturday, and the Greenville Swamp Rabbits this Sunday. The puck drops at 7 p.m. Friday and Saturday. This Saturday against the Atlanta Gladiators is also a special game. The Icemen are putting on the Future Stars of Sports event, a celebration of all youth athletes. Former Jacksonville Jaguars player Najee Good will also be at the game, and if you purchase 50 or more tickets at www.jacksiceman.com/sports, you can be a part of the meet and greet and hang out with Najee Good himself. This is an experience that you don't want to miss. Don't miss out on the intensity and fun at the Jacksonville Icemen games this Friday through Sunday. Visit jacksiceman.com for tickets and more info.
A healthier you is the first step toward a healthy baby. When planning a pregnancy, baby steps toward better health can deliver big results. Exercising regularly and eating a balanced diet will help you reach or maintain a healthy weight and increase the likelihood of a healthy baby. Taking a multivitamin containing folic acid every day helps prevent birth defects, and regular medical and dental checkups are especially important when planning for pregnancy. To learn more about taking your baby steps toward a healthy pregnancy, call Florida's Family Health Line at 1-800-451-2229.
However, there are some tournaments that are getting underway this week. Quarterfinals of the Mountain West Conference Championship Tournament are in action. And how's this? Number 9 Air Force taking on the top seed in the Mountain West, San Diego State. The Aztecs, 28-1. They're one of the 4-1 seeds, according to Joe Lenardi. They're the 1 seed in the East region. But at the half, Air Force led by 4. Right now, midway through the second half, San Diego State's lead over the 9th-seeded Falcons is only 5, 52-47. Could this be the beginning of the madness? Steph Curry returns to the lineup tonight for the Golden State Warriors after missing the last 58 games with a broken bone, a broken left hand. Curry going to be on a minutes restriction of 24 to 28 minutes for the Warriors, who play host to the Raptors. Celtics Marcus Smart fined $35,000 for his actions towards the referees following Tuesday night's loss to the Brooklyn Nets. Round 1 of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. No Tiger Woods. Rory McIlroy 6 under, 66, leads by 1.
Wendy's has breakfast now. We're talking fresh cracked eggs on every breakfast sandwich. Yep, it's going to be America's favorite breakfast. They just don't know it yet. Download the Wendy's app for deals on your new favorite breakfast. You up for this? See you at Wendy's in the morning. Available at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, a Cox Media Group station. Brent Martineau.
You see him every day on CBS 47, Fox 30, Action Sports Jax.
Austin Lane.
He's a former Jag star and current MMA fighter.
Broadcasting live from the Anajar and Levine studio. This is Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690 and ESPN690.com.
Don't watch the Dow Jones. Don't look.
Ooh.
Golly.
Ignorance is bliss.
Volatile is the word. We just said we got a couple more of those before it matters to us, I guess. You got a dip in? Is that what the question was?
It was gum. Someone just asked me if I have a dip in on Twitter. It was gum, but
you gotta be careful with people watching, you know?
Yeah. Thank you.
It was worse when we had the one shot. That was the whole room. No matter where you went, they could see you.
Hey, at least they're watching.
That's true.
Yeah.
We like it.
Better than not.
I picked my nose plenty of times on the cameras here.
It's better to get caught in public doing it than out here.
I mean, hey, we're all friends here.
I was going to say, do people dip? Like, is it like still really common to dip now?
I see it on the golf course.
Okay,
non-stop.
golf course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man, it's Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah.
and And I love Jacksonville, Florida, but people are dipping in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think that has stopped, and probably won't anytime soon. Football players, surprise!
Oh my gosh,
dip a ton.
Oh yeah, I mean everyone has their vice, and during training camp, you need that. It's either a lot of sunflower seeds or a lot of chewing tobacco or dip. So. It's not out of the ordinary to see guys in there just randomly with a dip in. Not during practice, because you don't want to see guys throwing up. And I've seen that happen.
You have seen it happen?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But,
especially with the heat here. How about in the meetings?
Oh,
are you a lot of coaches though say no, don't do that, or they don't care?
I mean, I'd say 90% of the coaches dip anyway, so they can't tell you not to. If it were a Coughlin thing, I could get it, but not when I was playing. It was definitely not restricted.
That would have been awesome if like Coughlin dipped.
I couldn't see him doing it.
I couldn't either, but it would have been awesome.
Like, no, bad for your gums. I don't like it.
By the way, Tom Coughlin J Fund Wine Gala coming up on Friday. Really great event.
I'll be there.
One of the great events.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah. In fact, I actually have to tweet about that tonight.
You do.
In fact, yeah.
You're on the Twitter list.
I'm on the Twitter list to
share.
tweet
Be an
about it
influencer.
Tonight. Yeah.
By the way, it's a good thing to be an influencer for. We'll share it right now.
Yeah.
Tom Coughlin J Fund Wine Gala tomorrow, and
you going?
honestly, I don't know if it's sold out yet.
It always is.
It usually is.
Yeah, no matter what. I kind of hope it isn't, just because it'll be easier to walk around, because every year you're just walking around like little sardines and trying to get through people to get to the good food and wine.
It is really a fun event.
It's a great event.
Absolutely.
And
I'm
they
not
raise
much of a
ton of money.
social guy.
Yeah.
But that's a fun social
you're not
event.
a social guy yet.
Well, like I'm talking like events. Like I don't go. I mean, we might go to dinner on a Saturday night, but I'm not going to like whatever the big event in town is. I'm not going.
Yeah.
Like I'm okay if everybody goes, but I don't. I don't usually go to that.
You're
stuff.
going tomorrow night.
But I usually go to that one. I'm a little up in the air because we're live at TPC tomorrow with the show.
Tebow's thing?
Nope. Just we're going to be out there. We have a contest that we have to pay off tomorrow.
Shopping spree at the fan shop.
Spree.
Oh, okay.
That's before the show, and then so I'm going to stay out there and do the show. And then we were trying to find a place to watch Austen's fight. So I was thinking, am I going to go to the wine gala in between? So I'm still up in the air. I mean, listen, my plans are tough to make.
Apparently,
it's tough to live my life.
Busy man.
Absolutely. You are a busy man on Twitter.
Ish. Yeah, busy-ish.
Busy-ish. Let's get to this is what I wanted to do, okay?
Uh-oh.
I have not even looked at this.
Uh-oh.
But I wanted to say, hey, we're going to have some fun with Scobee. He's a fun guy. And I'm taking a look. I figured, what if I take a look at Scobee's last 20 tweets?
Oh, crap.
We start with an hour ago. I do that for free a lot.
Uh-oh.
You retweeted Barstool Sports. Want to make a quick $1,000? All you have to do is watch 15 hours of The Office. Do you?
Oh, yeah. I love The Office.
Big Office fan?
Second favorite sitcom of all time behind Seinfeld.
Yeah. What is the last show you binge watched?
Oh, man. Sitcom-wise, it was probably The Office.
Really?
I've probably seen it 15, 20 times through, and that was the last one I watched 3 or 4 episodes of in a row.
See, I recently said that here on the show. I am not that guy. Like, I can't, once I've seen something, I'm like, see ya.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so that's why when lines come out about shows like that,
don't really
I'm
comprehend
not,
it.
Like, I've seen the stuff, not all the stuff. I'm a pop culture moron, but
me too.
I have seen more than I probably get credit for, but I don't know, like, when lines are. Like, my go-to in that is Tommy Boy. Like, that was my college movie. So I watched Tommy Boy about 150 times.
Yeah.
And so I know every line in Tommy Boy. But I can't do that with some of those shows, whether it's Seinfeld or Friends or The Office. I just don't get that way. But the 20th time, you don't mind watching it.
Oh, no. I love it. And the more it comes up in conversation, and when someone randomly, spouts out a line from a TV show or a movie, and I can get it, I feel that much more better about myself. So that's really what pumps my self-esteem is getting someone's random quote. But yeah, I mean, I'm a big TV and movie guy, and being a kicker and now retired kicker, you have a lot of free time.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of time to watch sitcoms and series. I mean, that was my thing. Every training camp, I would start a new series on Netflix or
For the hotel.
HBO. Yeah, and just watch it during training camp. A lot of guys like to read and actually develop their mind, but not me. I like to sour it and make it worse. So I watched The Sopranos and learned how to off people and not get caught. And
look out!
Watched The Office and learned sarcasm.
Jags really should have sent that thing overnight.
Yeah,
to Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
look out.
That's still waiting. Yeah.
Did you ever ask, or did you ever think about being like, Coach, or whoever it was, Del Rio at the time or whatever?
Oh, it was
like,
not.
Do the kickers and specialists really have to be in the hotel?
I think I asked Del Rio that one time, just kind of wondering, Coach, really, do I have to be here? I just have a newborn. Can I go back home? And he would always give the, sarcastic answer, and any coach would.
Yeah.
And because they never wanted to single out any player for a reason that wasn't justified.
Yeah.
There were some that were justified. If you had a brand new newborn, like literally the hour before, then yes, you might be able to stay at home. But you never wanted to make yourself feel more than higher than the team.
Yeah, I get that. By the way, you did tweet, "Where's the fire in the South Side area right now?" That was yesterday. So you only have one tweet in the last day. That's disappointing.
Well, I've been very busy.
It sounds like it.
Reading tweets and not tweeting.
I got to get through this really quick. But dang, even the girl on TV thinks you all look good. Brody Smith going to John Rahm's wedding. You made a lot of people through your celebrity tournaments, don't you?
Way too many. It's ridiculous.
You have more friends than you ever thought you had.
It's crazy. Just golf has brought me more celebrity friends than football would have ever.
That's wild.
It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts.
See, that's like you're cool on the golf course, but you're just a kicker in football.
Correct. I feel like I'm the best golfer whenever I'm out there, and I was the 53rd man on the roster whenever I was playing football.
52nd, the Overtons and Tinkers of the world.
Oh, gosh. Hopefully like 50th or something, but maybe ahead of the last guy on special teams.
All right, so where the heck did this one come from, man?
Geez.
My dog just farted so loud he scared himself.
That was a true story.
That does happen.
Yeah, I was hanging out with my 8-year-old, and we were on the couch, and all of a sudden our dog just farted and jumped off the couch and was, sniffing his butt. And like, what is going on? And he kept doing it over and over. So apparently, and someone tweeted back at me, like, did he eat Taco Bell tonight? It's possible. He eats everything, but we didn't eat Taco Bell that night.
All right. There's some that I can't, I'm not going to mention because you actually retweeted somebody I'm not supposed to like around here. Ooh. So I'm not going to read that one and give it the time of the day. You met somebody at the airport, it looks like. Nice meeting you.
Oh, that was a great story.
Josh Scott?
Yeah. So, this is a fantastic story. So I was on a flight from Charlotte to Jacksonville, and I got my ticket. I had my wife booked me last class, which is like literally the last seat on the plane.
You're sitting in the bathroom,
literally right next to the bathroom.
That's the worst.
I kind of like it. If you need to go, you can go, but you also
but it
get
also
that
stinks by the end of the flight.
Well, I kind of enjoy that smell.
You do? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm about to board the flight, and I have the ticket that says, I don't have a seat assignment. So you go up to the front and get your seat assignment. And I get my seat assignment, and it kind of dings, and it's not working. She's like, oh, go ahead. So I walk onto the plane, and I get to my seat. It's like 21A or something like that. And there's a guy sitting in my seat. And I just kind of walk past him, and I don't want to be that guy to be like, hey, you're in my seat.
Yeah.
So I go to the flight attendant and tell her that, and she goes to the guy, and apparently the guy, he had checked in with my card somehow and said his name was Josh Scott. So my name is Josh Scobee, SCO, and somehow they gave him my seat, and he sat down. Okay. So they got on the intercom. I'm in the back of the plane, and they're yelling, Josh Scobee, come to the front of the plane. And I'm going, oh, my gosh, you got to be kidding me. Stop calling my name. I'm like, I'll go off the plane. I'll take the next flight. Just stop calling my name. Josh Scobee, come to the front of the plane.
Kicker for the Jags.
Yeah,
Kicker for the Jags.
Yeah, they start going to Wikipedia, reading my bio.
Good thing Snoop Dogg wasn't on the plane.
Yeah. I mean, it It was so embarrassing. So after we got off the flight, I ran into these guys at baggage claim. Luckily, that guy got back on the flight. I got his seat, and these guys are youth football coaches that live in Jacksonville, and they were super nice.
That's awesome.
We took a picture with them.
I hope Josh Scott's listening. That'd be great. You also tweeted out a license plate, Florida license plate says 5-putt. And you said, imagine how many bad putting days you need just to justify choosing this license plate.
And
That's
then,
a very good call, by the way. That's logical.
Absolutely. And then a friend of mine texted me 20 minutes after that and said that's a friend of his license plate.
Small world, man.
It's a lot of golf and a lot of bad golf if you got a license plate that says 5-putt.
But imagine how many really, really bad days of putting you need to justify going to the license plate place and saying, all right, give me just 5-putt, please. I'll take that.
You know what's funny is he probably was like, I could do 4-putt because that's unheard
it's
of,
natural,
right? But then no,
Probably
I'm going to
taken.
one up it, and I'm going to take it. Probably is taken. I'm going to one up it and go to 5-putt. Because if you make 5 putts, you've already picked up by then.
Yeah,
nobody has ever 5-putted in their life.
Ooh, I've seen worse.
Whoa, wait a minute. I saw Sergio Garcia on the 5th
Well,
hole.
in it,
5-putt.
Okay,
9-putt,
okay,
whatever
I'm just
it was.
saying, like if it's some guy just playing at your country club
you're like,
course,
pick it up.
pick it up for the love of God. I
Please.
can't see another one of those.
No.
Yeah.
I'll give you the hole.
Just take it.
All right, last one. You retweeted Whataburger earlier this month.
I love Whataburger.
By the way, you're not averaging like a lot of tweets this month.
No,
You've been kind of quiet.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's quantity over quality.
So
though,
here's
really.
the Mount Rushmore of Whataburger. I wouldn't be good at this. I'm not a
Well, I'm from
constant
Texas.
visitor.
Whataburger is like a Texas thing.
Okay,
So-
I like Whataburger, but I just haven't been a ton to know
You haven't
exactly
been
what's on
to-
the menu.
yeah.
Anyway, double Whataburger with cheese all the way with jalapenos.
Oh, yeah.
Spicy guy.
I'm very hungry right now. So that,
Sausage, egg, and cheese taquito.
yeah. Have you never had that?
No.
You should leave right now and go get one. They have all-day breakfast. Go right now.
Whataburger just jumped on as a sponsor here. Jalapeno cheddar biscuit sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. You eat a lot of breakfast at Whataburger.
I would smear that on my face and then eat it because it's so good. It's the best breakfast sandwich you'll ever have in your life.
And number 4 is ketchup, which means you eat ketchup on everything.
I would bathe in it. It's so good. It's so good. I don't know. They call it fancy ketchup there. It's so good. It's more than fancy ketchup.
Josh Scobee tweets. This could become a
I'm
segment.
very passionate about Whataburger, by the way.
That
if you
sounds
can't
like
tell.
You stockholder in Whataburger?
No,
You should be.
Should be.
I spend enough money there.
You
Probably
kind of
should
are,
be.
yeah.
Where's the Whataburger you go to?
The one on South Side and Beach there.
Yeah.
So on the way to the stadium. That's probably why I got fat. I think about it.
Hey, we all have our reasons.
every like leaving every game now from the Jag Stadium, head down beach, slip in Whataburger right there,
Yeah,
turn
that's
on
on-
South
yeah,
Side,
that's the one.
head home.
That's it. That's
I
the
drive
one I
by that
know.
one
I mean, are there a
regularly.
lot?
There's quite a few now.
Are there?
Yeah.
Well, now I'm a little more. Is there one?
3 that I know of right off the top of my head.
I know one
But
up there in
might
Lily
be more.
Island off going to Yulee
That's-
there.
Yeah, more than that.
Yeah.
So there's one
But
off
that,
of.
is there one? There's not one in the town center, right?
No.
There's a Freddy's there, I think.
There's
or
one
something.
down at Butler and Phillips in that
Okay.
little area down there. And then there's one off Atlantic, almost all the way down A1A.
By the way, tomorrow,
Whataburger will be
Josh
a sponsor.
Scobee. Not only that, it better be. But
What a
Josh
burger.
Scobee,
Everybody in the
we'll be
studio
flipping
tomorrow.
burgers tomorrow. Celebrity flipper. Speaking
What
of
a
celebrities you
burger.
meet on the golf course, here's John Bachman right
Hey,
now from
John.
CBS 47 and Fox.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
This would be a good match. Bachman's been playing well lately. you know?
Well, apparently he's very tan.
Yeah, he plays a
I got
lot.
makeup on. Don't let him fool you.
No, yeah, don't let him fool you. He plays a lot.
I've seen him hit it. I understand that.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm great.
This is fun.
I mean, this was
This is great stuff.
I just kind of getting the personality. Scobee's a fun dude.
Yeah.
He's a fun guy.
No doubt about it. I didn't know that.
And there
I mean,
you just saw it.
I just thought he'd beat my brains in on the golf course.
He's
I
not
didn't know
just
he was
a golfer.
actually.
I will do
I
that
know.
too.
He could do many things.
I've asked him this before, and I feel like I hesitate to ask like the same questions to Scobee too often,
Right.
Because we see him enough, and we've had him on over the years, whether it's TV, radio, whatever. But I mean, he's making the transition. Like there, sooner or later, not my kids, but there will be like some kids that will now know Josh Scobee as the good golfer, not the good kicker.
Yeah.
That's a
maybe
very
so.
good point. I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so for your golf career too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you were a good kicker.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I play in a ton of golf tournaments, and a lot of them aren't around here because the competition level here is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
how good it is.
really good.
I mean, as anyone knows, golf is really good here in North Florida, but the level of competition here with the high schoolers, the college golfers trying to qualify for anything, it's tough. So I play in any event that I can get invited to, and that might be anywhere. But I've been lucky enough to get invited to a ton of celebrity events around around the country. Around the world now.
Is your end-all, be-all the Pebble?
That would
that's what you want to get into?
I almost got to play in that this year. It was so close. So
really?
Close. So Vince
you can't even get a sniff of Tahoe anymore.
We can tell them to just
yeah.
You're not interested in Tahoe anymore?
I'm on the Pebble.
I'm definitely interested in playing that. I'm just angry that I don't get invited anymore.
Got it. Yeah.
But the Pebble, Vince Cavello, who's a local guy,
Nice guy, right?
He's a friend of mine. Yeah, played at UNF. When he got his tour card this past year, he texted me, literally the same night when he locked up his tour card and asked me if I wanted to be his celebrity for the event. And, I said, don't tease me, man. Like, this is something you can't mess with me about.
That is the best.
It's
of
by
the
far
best.
the best of the best. And as it got closer and closer, I started to, get a little bit leery about it, just kind of wondering. And he eventually said, hey, I'm not going to be able to play. I got a hip issue. And, I kind of
they
felt
can pick their celebrity?
So if you know the right people, he knows the tournament director and all that. And if you know the right people, you can.
Can you introduce me to Vince?
You wouldn't qualify as a big enough celebrity, Brian. Come on now.
I know. Just saying, hey, maybe someday.
That's
start building.
I used to see Lauer playing that thing, and I'm like, man, Lauer, of course, now is not such a great name.
I don't know if he's invited anymore.
Probably won't get invited anymore.
There. But that used to inspire me. Like, maybe I should go work for the network sometime just so I can get to play in that tournament. It's also the reason I would think about maybe go doing sports in Augusta when I'm close to retirement age, just so I can play Augusta.
That'd be a good idea,
right?
Two guys are already Augusta member national. Augusta national members, right here.
Yeah.
How many times have you played Augusta? Handful.
Look, he's got to think about it.
20,
that many.
Yeah,
that's
that many
insane
rounds there.
Yeah.
21.
Wow.
21 rounds there.
Wow.
What's your best score there at Augusta
from the tournament?
From the tournament tees,
68.
Wow.
With a double on number 10.
I'm surprised. So you were allowed to play the tournament tees?
Every single time.
Really?
I played there 7 trips. So we play there 3 rounds each trip.
Okay.
So 21 times. And it's been a couple, actually 4 times right before the tournament. Within 2 weeks of the tournament.
But not for the member guest or whatever. Don't they have a member guest there right before the tournament?
They don't do a member guest.
They don't?
No,
okay.
They do a member.
Okay.
Which they call the Jamboree.
I see.
I'm probably not supposed to be talking about this.
Okay, yeah. We don't want.
But they don't do a member guest. If they do, then
you might need to change your name to Josh Scott the next time you go.
Scott's going to be playing
Josh
from
Scott
now on.
here, checking in. But they will let you play the tournament tees, but they'll rope them off.
Okay.
So I played them from the back of the tournament tees. And that was the day I shot 68. So they'll rope it off from the very front.
Wow.
And they'll leave you like a piece of the back.
Wow.
And it was really cool because Peyton Manning was there that day as well. And he was a few groups in front of us. And I got to talk to him about it after the round. And he actually saw us on number 10, which I happened to double. And he's like, hey, how'd you do on number 10? I'm like, I made double. He's like, what'd you shoot him? 68. He's like, what? Yeah, it's 68. He's like, oh my gosh! So it was a really cool day.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's one of the.
Because you have a good Peyton Manning story too. So
very good, and I talked to him about that night as well. It was fantastic. Yeah,
is he a good player?
He's very good. I think he's a 5 or 6 handicap.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I got one question I got to dive into here though.
Yeah.
So I played once with the media round, but we couldn't play from the back, and quite frankly, I wouldn't want to play from the back. But it's significantly less. It's like almost 1,000 yards less.
Yeah.
How many strokes is that, would you think?
Probably
10
for the normal
12?
player. I would say 7.
Yeah,
6 or 7.
Yeah.
For the normal player.
For the for me, it's probably
less than that.
4.
Yeah.
For the a 10 handicap, I would say it's probably 10.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Out there or anywhere. Really,
I actually thought
right?
that
especially out there because you're hitting 5 irons instead of 8
Wedges.
irons.
Yes,
Or
and so you
5
can't
irons
keep it
instead
on the
of wedges.
greens.
Yeah.
Like I could keep
Yeah.
my wedge and my 9
That's
iron on
right.
the greens.
That's right.
I'm not sure I could keep my 5
But I
and
would
6
say,
iron.
generally speaking, for the average player, 1,000 yards makes a big difference
It's a-
anywhere. It's more enhanced there for sure because
Yeah.
of the greens. But
Yeah. So
The greens are the defense there.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. And I actually putted really well when I played there. But I said 10 shots. This is the way I factored in. I shot an 87 that day. By the way, that was
From
like
the
when I
member
had
tees.
from the
Yeah.
member tees.
Yeah.
I'm not bragging about it, but it's fine.
You broke 90. That's good.
But I figured 10 shots because of the member tees.
Yeah.
And I also factor in about another 10 shots from my caddy. Caddy was unbelievable.
Aren't they?
In terms
They're-
of reading the green.
They're ridiculous.
Amazing. Like, I didn't believe him. Like, there were times I didn't believe him. I'm like, I don't believe you. And then after I putted it, he was right.
Well,
funny how that works.
The more that I've played there, the more you understand why they're reading it the way they are. It's because of the gravity from the top of the clubhouse there. Everything runs straight downhill down to number 12. So when they're reading their putts, they're reading it from the clubhouse all the way down to number 12.
Raised Creek, right?
Yeah,
That's good.
correct.
That's
So
what you
everything
hear.
breaks
Yep.
down to Raised Creek. And the day that I shot 68, my caddy drove a cart, and he could barely get out of the cart to read a putt. So he would be walking up to the green, waddling up there, big guy, older. He's caddied in the Masters 4 or 5 times.
Oh, cool.
And he would just say, it's about a foot out to the left. And I'm like, it looks like it's going to break 2 feet to the right. And I would putt it foot out to the left and make it. And it just blew my mind how accurate they are because they've been there for 30, 40 years.
They know it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
They still have 90-year-old caddies there, too.
It's
crazy.
It's the most amazing place in the world if you're a golf fan.
Yeah, absolutely. I call it Disney World for golf. I mean, if you like Mickey and you like Goofy and Donald and all the rest, well, then you're in heaven.
It's
when
a
you go to
bucket
Augusta.
list golf destination.
Did they have Uncrustables for you when you went?
They did.
Yeah, they did. They did.
They had regular
Good.
ones, but they peeled the crust off for you.
They were prepackaged.
Yeah, no.
More golf on this show than probably our listeners want, but I don't care.
Stop
all right?
talking about
We're
golf.
talking about golf. It's Players Week on the horizon.
Yes.
All right, I do have one more golf question, guys.
Yeah.
This is serious. You guys you've both played Pebble.
Yes.
Yeah.
Going to California in April. Going to be down in that area. If I have one chance to play, do I play Pebble or Spyglass?
It depends on what you want to shoot.
Well, there's that. And also, I mean, I would make a second day and play them both because I would say Spyglass is a better golf course, but which is weird to say even out of my mouth.
But that's what everybody tells me.
Because it's just an amazing place. But Pebble is an amazing place with
the views
that are just you can't compare. So you and just
I would
have to play Pebble. You have to play Pebble just for because you see it all the time. It's just one of those things where from then on you'll see it on the TV and you just be like,
and you'll want to be able to go and watch the telecast the next year and go, I know
exactly
that. I know
why
exactly
that is that
why
way.
that looks that way.
You guys probably just cost me about $1,300.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. I'm not going to help you pay for that, actually, but I
What's
definitely
coming up at
recommend
5 p.m.? I might not play either based on the $1,300 rate, but it's not $1,300. No, but the problem with Pebble, what I realized is I was all
there.
set, right? I was like, okay, I do not pay this much to play golf,
Right.
but I might do it because I'm out there and say I'm do it, right? And I still don't know if I can get myself to pay that much to play golf. But then I didn't know you had to stay there.
Yeah, 2-night minimum or something.
2
like
nights,
that. Yeah.
not just 1, 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I seriously might not. Like that's why I was hoping you guys said Spyglass. You're supposed to help me out here.
Well, that would be a great alternative.
But you don't have to stay there to play
Spyglass would be a very good consolation prize.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
so if that's what you end up doing, you'll be just fine.
I have your support.
Yes.
It's not like saying I'm going to play TPC or Windsor Park. It's
right.
There's a big difference.
Right. Nothing against Windsor Park, by the way. Right?
I love Windsor Park.
There you go.
That's where I started playing.
It is. That's you played a lot there,
I love
right?
Windsor Park.
What do you got coming up?
All right, so you know the weather's a bit iffy out there.
Yeah.
Bursch, I just talked to him before I came up here. Storms possible, more likely just a lot of rain, but heavy rain, and it's blowing through here fast, so it's windy out there. Not a good golf day in the afternoon. If you played this morning, that's great, but it's windy out there, and it's going to be iffy. So he'll be tracking that at 5 o'clock. The Dow is much like our weather right now, just all over the place. Yesterday, it let's see. Yesterday was it? Yeah,
yesterday was up.
We did it
like
1100. It's a roller coaster. It really is. And I tweeted the other day. I'm old enough to remember when the Dow just went up and down by 10 to 50 points a day. We haven't had a day that's been under 700. 700.
I think 700 is
weeks.
the lowest.
Yeah, it's been anyway, it goes up by hundreds now or down by hundreds. So down almost 1,000 points. I think it was 972 down today. So there's that. And here's something that will impact you, Brent, for the coronavirus, being a regular at Starbucks. I don't know if you have one of those Starbucks cups that you can refill, the personal cups.
I do.
Can't use them at Starbucks right now because of the coronavirus.
Really?
That's true.
I get a 10-cent discount for that.
Well, I don't think we'll be getting your discount.
Well, I think I should get the coronavirus discount.
Well,
can I bring that up with Starbucks?
Bring it up with Starbucks. I do not know how that will go, but I think you should try.
Hey, listen, if you're going to tell the whole story here on the news tonight, ask for the 10-cent coronavirus discount.
Okay, I'll do some research between now and 5 o'clock and see what I can come up with. It's only 2 o'clock out there in Seattle, so maybe I'll
give them a call. I want to call to their headquarters, and we tried the headquarters about the 10-cent Brent discount for coronavirus, but they have not responded yet.
That's probably what we're going to get. Stay tuned at 5 o'clock. I'll let you know.
You've got an event coming up in a couple weeks with March Madness.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. Wish Madness with Make-A-Wish. I'm on the board there. And on March 26th, we are hosting our third or fourth year. I think it's the fourth year we've done it now. Yeah.
That's what I read.
Yes, fourth year, where it's a great party.
It's cool.
It's about, I think it's $80 if you buy your tickets now. I think it's $100 if you buy it the night of. But you get access to a bunch of local beer and adult beverages. A lot of local restaurants show up to give you food. And they got the games on, and this is at Mercedes Jacksonville.
Yeah,
so
it's right at the dealership.
Beautiful right there. And now this year, for the first time, we're actually, I don't want to say which brand, but an adult beverage is going to be outside. So we've got like an outside sort of thing happening. Hopefully the weather's nice. And you guys will be broadcasting live there at 6:30.
We have the last few years. It's March 26th.
March 26th, Thursday. It's the second Thursday of the tournament, if I'm not mistaken.
So that's Sweet 16.
Sweet 16. No.
Yeah. That's a Sweet 16 round.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. Yes. And I think last year we had the Florida game on, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably. They won't make it this year, probably.
Wow,
but
okay. All right. Maybe it'll be Florida State this year.
They could.
Either way, it's a great time and a great cause. All the money goes to a local Make-A-Wish chapter here. And so, yeah, if you want to buy tickets to go to that, I'll tweet the information. There's a Facebook page for it, and I linked it. I'll set up a link, and I think you can tweet it as well, Brent. I sent you the link. So if you're listening and you're thinking, man, that could be fun to go, maybe bring clients or bring your wife or whatever. We've got a ton of great auction items, including, I see your shrimp shirt. We've got a really cool shrimp package. With a game-used bat and a bunch of other cool stuff. I think we've got the Miami Vice jersey in there.
I love silent auctions.
Cool. And a yacht. You can rent a yacht for a day. Ooh. It's not Shad's yacht, but it's
Scobee's yacht.
It's Scobee's yacht.
It's a dinghy.
It's more of a dinghy. No, it's actually a really nice
Quit
yacht.
Playing with your dinghy.
And a bunch of other cool auction items. So you can go and bid on some of that stuff. Yes, thank you.
That didn't... thrown over my head, buddy.
There's so many great lines from Tommy Boy that I would like
to quote right now. I tried to set that up earlier in the show.
You did?
Yeah, I know those lines. All right. Also,
hey, let's do that too.
We got the players coming up, so let's give away a first tee North Florida tour card.
Yes.
You can't steal this, Scobee.
Well,
he doesn't.
I just got off the board of the first heat, so
that's
we
how
really can't talk about this anymore. I'm just kidding. That's fine. Go ahead.
It's a great organization.
I didn't take his spot. We were there for the same time for like a year, maybe.
I just didn't go to the board meetings. That's all.
I saw you at one meeting, actually, Josh.
There you go. I was there for the other ones.
We've done that before.
Yeah.
We've been on the board before.
It's okay. You don't need to be
Meals on Wheels.
Oh, that's right. I was on the board?
Yeah, way back in the day. Now, you were still an active player, so you didn't really have to show up too much. You were kind of that celebrity face of it.
Wow.
You did a great job.
I didn't even know I was on the board.
Yeah. It's a good reminder. I won't ask you to be on the Action Sports Jack's Dream 18 board. I won't. You might not show up to a meeting.
That's a good point. Very good point. And very true.
All right. What do you think? Caller number 3. How about that? For the par 3, unless you want to do something more.
No, I mean, other than maybe the 5-putt, I was thinking of the 5-putt, right?
Caller number 5 for Coos, 904-362-9901. It's a $99 value. Well, actually, the value is even more than that.
It's way more than that.
But it costs you $99.
Yes, exactly. But you get it for free today if you're caller number 5.
Absolutely. 904-362-9901. You like to play golf? Hopefully you enjoyed some of the golf talk. If you didn't, well, we'll shift topics. How about that? Coming up next.
And if you want to get one and you don't win it today, you can go to firsttee.org and get it.
And help out.
I think
a great
cause.
Actually, for a couple weeks over at the PGA Tour Superstore, you can buy like 3 for 1 or something.
That's right. And I know you can definitely do it there. I don't know about the deal for sure, but I know you can buy it at the PGA Superstore.
All right. Very good stuff. John Bachman, Tanika Hughes, Mike Borish, and I'll be live at UNF Arena tonight. For the Ospreys game.
Another playoff game? Another...
ASUN semis tonight. So.
Semis tonight. Who they playing?
Lipscomb.
Lipscomb.
Yep.
Okay. Now, who's the number 1 seed? Because
Liberty.
That's right.
That'll be Sunday, potentially.
Potentially.
In
if
Virginia.
They win today.
Yep. Got to get by this one. Got to go 1-0, Coach Driscoll says.
1-0.
Check out CBS 47, Fox 35 p.m. until 7 p.m., 10 p.m. until 11:30 p.m. And listen to us when we come back on ESPN 690.
Action Sports Jacks with Brent Martineau on ESPN 690 is brought to you by Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690.
Scattered showers and a few heavy thunderstorms into early this evening, then clearing skies and turning cooler later tonight. We drop into the low to mid-50s by morning. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burish.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beards Diamonds, where 0% financing for 5 years has been held over. Find out more at beardsdiamonds.com.
3, 2, 1. The countdown to the 50th Daytona Supercross is on. The high-flying, heart-pounding action happens Saturday, March 7th at the World Center of Racing. Get closer to the action than anywhere else on the Monster Energy AMA Supercross circuit as the top racers go bar to bar at Daytona. Don't let another second pass you by. Get tickets and trackside access by calling 1-800-PIT-SHOP or visiting DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Tax problems can be extremely stressful and cause financial devastation. The tax attorneys at J. David Tax Law are right here in Jacksonville to be your personal advocate and resolve your IRS or state sales tax issues. J. David Tax Law focuses on your needs and case outcomes. Don't be fooled by these big out-of-town tax companies that only focus on getting you to sign up and pay without even working with an attorney. At J. David Tax Law, only highly experienced tax attorneys will represent you. Get the help you need with tax debt, payroll taxes, bank levies, wage garnishments, tax liens, and unfiled returns. If you have federal or state sales tax debt, have a sit-down with J. David Tax Law. Your first step is a no-cost consultation. Call J. David Tax Law at 904-507-4777, 904-507-4777. Peace of mind only a click or phone call away, 904-507-4777, or go to jdavidtaxlaw.com.
Ready, set, go to Arlington Toyota during the Ready, Set, Go construction sales event. Have you been by Arlington lately? Construction is underway for their new state-of-the-art showroom. And while the dust is flying, so are the amazing deals, thanks to Arlington's Ready, Set, Go construction sales event. How about a 2020 Toyota Camry? It's not $26,995. Now it's only $22,791. Yeah, $22,791 for a pre-owned 2020 Toyota Camry at Arlington Toyota. For your family needs, how about a 2019 Toyota Sienna? It's not $28,225. No, now it's just $22,691. $22,691 for a pre-owned 2019 Toyota Sienna. Plus, you'll get the Arlington Toyota $5,000 Advantage Club, including a lifetime warranty with unlimited time and miles with your purchase. Ready, set, go to the construction sales event happening now at Arlington Toyota, and pay up to 50% less on 2019s and even 2020s. 10939 Atlantic Boulevard or online at arlingtontoyota.com. Visit arlingtontoyota.com/readysetgo for offer details.
At Action News Jax, we're here for severe. When storms threaten, put your trust in the Action News Jax First Alert Weather Team, led by Chief Meteorologist Mike Burish. Rated the most accurate for the last 13 years.
The First Alert Weather Team is the only team of certified meteorologists in the Jacksonville area. That means we have the most schooling and training to forecast and predict severe weather. And that experience will keep you safe from a storm.
Action News Jax First Alert Weather on CBS 47 and Fox 30.
It's the home of the Action Sports Jacks Dream 18, and it can be your home course as well. The golf club at Southampton in North St. Johns County, located off County Road 210, family owned and operated, and a fun course to play. The golf club at Southampton offers club membership programs starting at just $79. With its elite practice facility and player-friendly golf course design, it will be your gateway to a great time with the family or with your buddies. Become a member in 2020. For more information, call the golf club at Southampton at 904-287-PLAY.
Free financing at Beard's Diamonds has been held over.
Yes, get zero interest financing for 5 years on anything and everything.
Even loose diamonds and more.
How about a $6,000 designer setting?
You pay just $100 a month.
How about a GIA certified diamond with a Decoria Veragio setting for $12,000?
You pay just $200 a month. But hurry, while our free financing has been extended, it won't last long.
Beard's Diamonds, located at the St. John's Town Center.
Or shop at beardsdiamonds.com.
Let's say you have ED, male impotence. Or maybe you suffer from PE and can't satisfy your partner. If you have either or both of these embarrassing conditions, Prime Men's Medical Center has the solution. Meet Dr. Rabinski, a specialist in men's health.
If you're experiencing ED or PE, Prime Men's Medical Center has custom blended medications designed just for you. There's no pain and no surgery. If you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or prostate issues, not a problem. If Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra have let you down, Prime Men's Medical Center has patients lasting 30, 60, 90 minutes or longer. You'll see results on your first visit guaranteed, or your visit is free. And best of all, it's affordable.
For a private consultation with our highly skilled physicians, call 904-206-8105. We guarantee that you'll see results on your first visit, or there's no charge for your consult. Call Prime Men's Medical Center now at 904-206-8105. That's 904-206-8105.
Ready, set, go to Arlington Toyota during the Ready, Set, Go construction sales event. Have you been by Arlington lately? Construction is underway for their new state-of-the-art showroom. And while the dust is flying, so are the amazing deals. Thanks to Arlington's Ready, Set, Go construction sales event. How about a 2020 Toyota Corolla? It's not $17,635. Now it's only $14,991. Yeah, $14,991 for a pre-owned 2020 Toyota Corolla at Arlington Toyota. Want a 2019 Toyota RAV4? It's not $24,195. No way. It's just $19,471 for a pre-owned 2019 Toyota RAV4 at Arlington. Plus, you'll get the Arlington Toyota $5,000 Advantage Club, including a lifetime warranty with unlimited time and miles with your purchase. Ready, set, go to the construction sales event happening now at Arlington Toyota, and pay up to 50% less on 2019s and even 2020s. 10939 Atlantic Boulevard or online at arlingtontoyota.com. Visit arlingtontoyota.com/readysetgo for offer details.
Hey, it's Goose from Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. Now, I know there's a ton of ways you can listen to the show, but did you know one of the ways is through a smart speaker? Yes, the Google Home, the Amazon Alexa. It's pretty easy to do. Just tell either of them to play ESPN 690. Try it out weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m., and you can listen to Action Sports Jacks.
Brent Martineau.
You see him every day on CBS 47, Fox 30, Action Sports Jacks.
Austin Lane.
He's a former Jag star and current MMA fighter.
Broadcasting live from the Anna Jar and Levine studio.
This is Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690 and ESPN690.com.
It was a severe injury, don't get me wrong, but you knew it would recover, the bones would heal. It's just a matter of him, staying patient with it. It's a little frustrating that it happened so early in the year, but I know he's excited to get back. It's been a long process, and they've taken their time, obviously making sure that their main guy's healed up. But he's anxious to get back on the floor and get the body moving again.
That's Del Curry talking about Steph Curry, who's coming back tonight, Coos. Tonight's the night. Welcome back.
Yep.
Start draining some threes.
If I'm the Raptors, I'm upset about it. That's like a W, easy W, and now maybe not.
Still probably an easy W. I'm not sure. Curry's going to make that much of a difference. They're bad.
True, but if he's coming out and making these crazy three-pointers.
Coos does the Drive and Dish podcast. Brent Martineau here. Josh Scobee. There. I'm not sure you do a podcast.
No, I really
be golf related if you did it, right?
It would have to be golf related. Yeah, I couldn't talk about football or anything for too long. you can't really talk about kicking for too long because I really can't talk about the X's and O's of football that long.
Yeah.
Because I'll start getting confused. I don't know what cover
That could be
2,
the
cover
podcast,
3.
man. Kicking it with Josh.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
And I
Fake
say
it.
the same thing. Like, no, but I don't fake it. I just genuinely say, listen, I'm not that guy. Like, there are so many people in our business that are like me that didn't play, or just in general now because the NFL is so popular and football is so popular, they'd be like, oh, yeah, I know that this defense and this defense and this and that and this. And I look at film and God bless you if you do. I'm not discounting you if you do.
They
but
don't.
You can look at all that stuff and you might still not know what the hell you're talking about.
Correct. Because you don't know what the call was. You
That's
don't
it.
know what the defense was actually trying to do.
That's exactly it. That's what I always say. Like, there's so many times that we don't know who to blame, even though people blame people. And listen, sometimes it's flat out obvious. Guy drops the ball, the guy dropped the ball.
Correct.
But especially on defense,
It's defense.
whatever they're playing, whether it's cover 3, cover 2, all this stuff, and you don't know whose responsibilities, what rules are in place, and those do change, I think, from scheme and coach and expectation. I think the greatest example of this is if you ask 10 people, with knowledge of the situation, they don't have to be experts, they don't have to be like even inside the building, whose fault was 3rd and 18 against the New England Patriots? I have asked so many people over the years, whose fault was that? And I can't quite frankly get a definitive answer. I've got 4 different people that have been assigned blame to 3rd and 18. Now, for me, it was like Tayshaun Gibson. How do you play that far back? Like play the stick.
Yeah.
It might be as simple as that. But then others said, I think it was Miles that got turned around on a play that led Brady to go in a different direction. Others was Barry Church because of the situation he was in, although he seemed kind of removed from the play. So, and I think they even blame other people. But that's my point. So I'm right with you, man. I think some people do fake it, and it's good conversation. But I think that's why some people in the building, when they listen to that conversation, kind of chuckle.
They just roll their eyes. And
yeah, they might roll their eyes more than chuckle.
Oh, that's been the fun part about the internship that I've done with the Jaguars is being in the media sessions with the offensive and defensive coordinators and hearing the questions that the media guys like yourself ask.
Yeah, silly guy like me.
No, I mean, you actually asked some good ones.
Well, you have to say that. We're right here together.
No. I'm saying that to be serious. But there are some that I've heard asked that you can tell the look on the coach's face.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you saw someone ask this question, you could probably tell it too. I would just stare at the coach and want to see the look on his face.
Yeah.
And I've seen that look because I've seen it look 1,000 times from coaches when someone asks a stupid question. And they have to be diplomatic about it and PC. And unfortunately, not everyone knows what they're doing, and they're not going to divulge that information. They don't want to.
Absolutely. The coaches do a pretty good job of that overall.
Yes.
Although we get some great moments when they don't do a good job of it.
When they're in a bad mood and not in the right frame of mind, that's when you get the right answers that you want.
Absolutely. Hey, we don't talk a lot NBA here, Kuz, but with Curry coming back, this is always entertaining to me. And I said this a couple times during the course of the show last few months with the NBA season. The NBA is in such a good place, I believe, at least from my vantage point, which is very, very casual fan kind of vantage point. And Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Zion Williamson for a long time, Steph Curry, and I'm probably missing others, but let's just give you those 4. Those 4 big-name guys that people know, everybody knows, stars of the league, like MVP candidates of the league, or Rookie of the Year in Zion's case, didn't play for months. And obviously Durant and Irving are not coming back.
Yeah.
But it's like the NBA didn't really miss a beat. Like, it didn't miss him. Like, I feel like we would miss LeBron. If LeBron didn't play for that time, I feel like we'd miss LeBron.
Well, what happens when you do that is it almost seems like when you're an NBA fan, you're almost short-sighted in a way where, like, Curry didn't play, and I think a lot of people really start to underestimate his impact, right? So then give it 2 weeks from now, we're going to be like, oh my gosh, Curry's amazing. And it's like, well, yeah, he always has been. He's just been hurt. He's been out. And, that happens with LeBron or Durant. We'll do it with Durant. Going into next year, we'll question the Nets and if him and Irving are going to work. And then when they start to work, we're going to be like, oh, my gosh, they're amazing. And it's like, right, well, we knew this. We just, when you don't see them because there's other stars like Giannis, like Luka, like Trey Young, and you got John Morant, all these guys, like there's just so many that it's kind of just next man up type situation. When someone goes down, you kind of hone in on the next guy.
If you could watch an NBA game, I did this the other day in Indianapolis, okay? The Pacers were home. They were playing the Charlotte Hornets.
And you didn't get T.J. McConnell's
And I didn't. And I don't even know. That didn't even register. Why didn't you guys say that to me that McConnell was there? Because I would have gone and done that. That would have gotten me into the stadium to see the game. But I seriously, we were thinking about going over to it. We're kind of done. It was like 7:30, so we were a little late to the game. But, okay, never been to a Pacers game. Don't go to many NBA games anyway. And so I look at their rosters, and I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah. Nothing like.
Who were they playing? Do you remember?
It was Charlotte.
Oh, Charlotte. Okay.
And they beat them by like 39.
Well, it's Charlotte, yeah.
I know, it's Charlotte. But so I looked at their roster. But my point to this is there's not. And Indiana's a good team. And Indiana has some good players. But I'm just saying, I just wasn't like, I can't wait to go buy a ticket and see that play. Now, LeBron, I've always said, I'll go buy a ticket and watch him play. And there are other players like that in the NBA. There's a lot like Curry. I think if Curry was playing that day there, I might have bought a ticket.
Yeah,
right.
Sell a lot more tickets when the big guys are playing.
So you're not a huge NBA guy, right?
Yeah.
Not a huge basketball guy.
I still like to watch.
Was it LeBron, Curry? Would you go see Zion?
I mean, obviously with what Zion's been doing this year, he would be the big ticket.
Yeah.
Anywhere LeBron plays, it doesn't matter if it's home or away, he's going to sell the tickets. And for me, it would be Steph Curry. I'm a big fan of his.
Golf part too.
Because of the golf. I've met him before playing in the Lake Tahoe tournament, and that's the only reason why. But, a lot of people do not like the Warriors, and I can understand why. Whenever you stack a team like that, it makes sense. But they're trying to win championships. And when you have him and Klay Thompson out and Draymond Green out, I mean, you're obviously going to have a downslide, but it's definitely Steph Curry for me being my favorite player because he's an undersized guy. But, I mean, when that guy gets on fire, it's like no one's seen anything like he can do.
Yeah.
When he gets hot.
He's been incredible. But I guess my point in this was I don't really think the NBA skipped a beat without him.
Yeah, I mean, they have to justify when a guy goes out. They just kind of stop talking about him unless it's a week-to-week injury or a day-to-day injury. They're going to just stop talking about him so the fans aren't harping on that, and that's just the broadcast, and that's what they have to do.
As a basketball guy, Kuz, is this like an unbelievable season for the NBA, do you think? Or have we had others? I mean,
honestly, it's weird. Like, in terms of hype, now because like you got LeBron doing the run with the Lakers right now, it's going really
playing
well.
Awesome. By the way.
Giannis. They might hit 70 wins this year, so like that's a big thing that everyone's debating now. So, but in terms of like parity, I feel like it was better when everyone's like, we hate the Warriors. They're the big team to gun for, and we gotta beat these guys. But I'm the super fan, right? Like I was freaking out last night that Terrence Ross made 35 points and had zeros across the board for every other stat. I'm like, that's amazing to me.
That is such an NBA thing.
James Harden.
Yeah, I was like, you literally only scored the ball. You did nothing else.
Yeah,
that's so
good
crazy.
Teammate.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it was like all he did was shoot the ball. That's insane.
Who would you pay to see right now? I mean, again, and you're like hardcore guy, so you'll go see.
I think I'd really want to see Luka play. Like I really would want to see the Mavericks. Yeah.
I grew up 2 hours east of Dallas, and
Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, loved Dirk growing up. So that the Rangers, or I love the Rangers also baseball wise, but the Mavericks, we went to a couple games of theirs growing up. But Luka would be the one to go watch right now, and he's 20, 21 years old.
Yeah, and they just had the matchup last night. Him and Zion face off. So it's like
that was a good game too. I caught the end of it. I mean, I didn't see it front to back, but I caught the end of it. So, and they're good, right? I mean, Dallas been underrated, kind of because of him.
Yeah, well, and you expect it. Dallas was on the trend of, all right, we're bringing in the younger guys, we're going to get better. But Luka's really, and Kristaps Porzingis,
Porzingis has played pretty well.
They've kind of pushed that agenda a little bit faster.
All right, there's our NBA talk. Nice job, Josh. Whew. I mean, we just did 4 minutes of NBA talk. First time in a while.
We talk some golf.
We just try to keep Kuz happy.
They just try to keep me here.
Drive and Dish podcast. Check it out. More NBA chatter for sure. Tom Brady, is he going to stay or go?
I mean, I've seen all the hype and everything, the rumors. I mean, the craziest one that I've seen is him possibly going to the 49ers.
That's the newest one in like the last 36 hours.
Strangest one.
That's awesome, though, from a conspiracy theory standpoint.
It's really like the flat earthers. I mean, there's no way that's happening, right? It can't be possible for him to go there and be there at the same time as Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, there's no way that's happening. They were in the Super Bowl last year with Garoppolo, and some people could say that, well, it was because of their defense and their run game. It got them through the playoffs and all that. But he's a main reason why they got there. So there's no way he's going to the 49ers, and I cannot see a possible way that he doesn't stay with the Patriots, because we're talking about the best quarterback in the history of the game. And it doesn't matter the money he's going to make. He doesn't care about the money. He's got enough money. And I think he wants to finish his career with the same team. And there might be some animosity between him and ownership or GM or Bill Belichick, but there's no way he's leaving, in my opinion.
That's interesting. And by the way, that means I'll have to drink that shake that offensive lineman, if that happens.
You see the video? Apparently it doesn't taste that bad.
No, I heard it doesn't taste that bad, but we're going to make the shake. We have a bet, Austen and I. If he stays in New England, I have to drink the shake. If he leaves, then Austin's going to drink the shake. Have you seen the shake?
I have not seen the shake. I probably don't need to see it.
No, the shake is bananas, grits,
scrambled eggs,
7 scrambled eggs, and Gatorade.
It's already been made?
Oh, no, you got to make it.
Oh, it's
blend it up.
I would drink that.
Yeah.
Sounds actually pretty good.
The guy from small school in Minnesota, weighed like 250 pounds. And so the story is that he gained like 70 pounds to get ready for the combine. And part of that was this shake that he would just continually drink daily or maybe twice a day, whatever it is. But so the shake kind of went crazy. The ingredients went viral.
Yeah, a lot of protein
everybody's
there,
doing
apparently.
It. But we decided not to do it while everybody else was doing it. We made a bet instead on Tom Brady.
Huh.
So, but it kind of sounds nasty. Oh, peanut butter's in there as well.
A lot of protein.
A lot of peanut butter. She would it was like a whole bowl of it.
Yeah.
Almost.
So it sounded kind of like Gatorade. It's so funny. Like
Gatorade's the only thing that makes it sound weird. The rest, I would
and
easily eat
he said the red Gatorade, for whatever reason, tastes the best.
He said red Gatorade, and so Ty's like, he's like, I could do that. It's like, but I don't like the red Gatorade. I was like, well, then use blue or orange. Yeah. It doesn't matter what
Why not
color.
That?
I know, right?
I think it sounds good regardless.
I feel like with that much peanut butter, like that's probably what you're going to taste in that shake.
Yeah, it'll be.
I'm fine with that.
I don't know. Like, I wonder if you could replace or are the grits for like oatmeal? Probably do the same thing,
Either
right?
one. I just got off a 2-day juice cleanse where I only drank juice for 2 days, and it all tasted like grass. So I could drink anything or eat anything right now, and I'd be fine.
You're
with
clean.
Yeah.
Probably should stop talking about food.
I'm very hungry.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very hungry.
I'm in my window right now. I think I heard this on Stugatz and Lebitard. They were having some fun with
show, by the way. Yeah.
ESPN690, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Friends of the show, and they were talking about the Brady thing, and that's where I heard it first. And they had a great conspiracy theory that they had agreed to send Garoppolo to San Francisco, knowing that in a couple years, they would send Garoppolo back to New England and Brady to San Francisco.
Yeah, these are the things.
I loved it, though. I thought, hey, I could see the Patriots kind of coming up with that.
No chance. No chance. Conspiracy theorists are just what they are. They're kooks.
But they're fun.
They are fun. That's why I watch a lot of documentaries. So I get it.
But hey, in a weird way, let's say Garoppolo wasn't $28 million. Couldn't it make sense for San Francisco?
No.
I mean, they have a great team right now, right? Well, I don't know, great, but they're very good. You get an immediate upgrade with Tom Brady over Garoppolo.
I don't think it's an upgrade, though. I really don't. That's why I don't see the point.
Wow. I don't know. I think Garoppolo's good, but not great. Tom, even at 44, is closer to great than Garoppolo is.
Well, they're going to have to get some more Metamucil in that facility for him if that's the case. But
Be interested to see where Tom Brady goes. That is coming sooner than later. Obviously, I had a conversation with Bill Belichick, too. When we come back, we hit some of the big topics in sports and some that aren't so big. We do 10 questions in 5 minutes. We rattle them off. Never done this before. Scobee is the guinea pig.
Oh, crap.
It's next on ESPN 690.
Pop quiz. If you sell a home for $500,000, how much would a traditional real estate agent charge in commission? If you guessed $25,000 to $30,000, you're right. But if you think that's the only way, you're wrong. This is why thousands of homeowners are making the switch to Rex. With Rex, you get a dedicated agent and a full-service experience at a fraction of the cost. Rex uses game-changing technology to cut out the middleman and save homeowners tens of thousands of dollars in fees. See if you qualify by calling 833-REX-HOME. Remember, this is your home. Why give an insane amount of equity away to an agent? Rex offers the lowest fee in the industry without skimping on service. You'll work with an experienced real estate team with you every step of the way. Get the most out of your home. See if you qualify by calling 833-REX-HOME. 833-REX-HOME.
Florida, CQ 1057788.
Minimum fee may apply. Not licensed in all 50 states. Visit rexhomes.com to see if Rex is available in your area. Rex fully supports the principles of the Fair Housing Act and Equal Opportunity Act.
I'm calling all hockey fans. The Jacksonville Icemen are at home this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What's up, everybody? It's Austen Lane on ESPN 690 and Action Sports Jax. And if you've never experienced the intensity and excitement of a Jacksonville Icemen's game, well, you better step your game up and take it from me. This is an experience that you don't want to miss. The Icemen take on the Florida Everblades this Friday, the Atlanta Gladiators this Saturday, and the Greenville Swamp Rabbits this Sunday. The puck drops at 7 p.m. Friday and Saturday. This Saturday against the Atlanta Gladiators is also a special game. The Icemen are putting on the Future Stars of Sports event, a celebration of all youth athletes. Former Jacksonville Jaguars player Najee Good will also be at the game, and if you purchase 50 or more tickets at www.jacksiceman.com/sports, you can be a part of the meet and greet and hang out with Najee Good himself. This is an experience that you don't want to miss. Don't miss out on the intensity and fun at the Jacksonville Iceman games this Friday through Sunday. Visit jacksiceman.com for tickets and more info.
Hey, it's Mike Golick from Golick & Wingo. You're listening to ESPN 690.
ESPN Radio Sports Center.
I'm Kevin Winter. The Mountain West Conference's top-seeded San Diego State Aztecs survived a huge scare today in the quarterfinal game against ninth-seeded Air Force. San Diego State wins 73-60, moving 29-1 on the season, but they were down at the half, and they needed a 27-6 second-half run to pull out the win. Joe Lenardi has the Aztecs as one of his 4 number 1 seeds. They'd be the one in the East. Tomorrow in the semis, San Diego State gets the winner between UNLV and Boise State. Inside 6 weeks to go in the NBA's regular season, one question that needs to be answered: will the Houston Rockets small ball lineup be enough? They're 10-3 since going to the non-center lineup. Charles Barkley, the Hall of Famer and of TNT, told Dan Le Batard, no.
You know, Darryl wants to protect his brand. He thinks he can win by shooting threes. I don't think he can. We had that one fluke year where everything worked out perfect for the Warriors, and I was wrong. And now everybody tries to do that. It only works when you got the 3 greatest shooters in NBA history: Klay, Steph, and Kevin Durant.
Rockets and Clippers coming up tonight. Game out of a national TV doubleheader.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all of your car care needs. We're close, convenient, and known for our guaranteed everyday low prices and excellent customer service from professional parts people you can trust. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts today. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, a Cox Media Group station.
See, very intrigued by the Dan Le Batard Show on ESPN Radio.
Put this on the poll. More annoying phrase, having said that, or I will say this. Jeff Van Gundy loves I will say this instead of just saying it, and we just heard you said that, so I don't need you to tell me that you have said it.
I think it's listen.
Thanks, Mike.
Stugatz's biggest verbal crutch is listen.
That is true. The Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugats on ESPN Radio and ESPN News.
Brent Martineau.
You see him every day on CBS 47, Fox 30, Action Sports Jax.
Austin Lane.
He's a former Jag star and current MMA fighter.
Broadcasting live from the Anajar and Levine studio.
This is Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690 and ESPN690.com.
Welcome back, Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690. Brent Martineau, Josh Scobee in for Austen Lane here on a Thursday. We appreciate Josh stopping by. Been a lot of fun the first couple of hours and talked a little bit about everything. His tweets, Whataburger sponsor on the way, I would assume.
Let's hope.
Definitely some golf. Even threw in a little bit of NBA as well. Here's the deal. What happens when we started this thing about 15 months ago, I had this little book, and so I wrote everything down. I wrote it had everything in it, like what kind of guests we could get, what kind of co-hosts we could have. Your name made the list.
Oh, that's nice of you.
And the other thing was like some topics, like what can we do to kind of have some fun with topics in general, not just talk. Like Jags are easy, and they've been very giving.
Yeah.
In terms of the radio topics, we appreciate the Jags. Like I know the Jags.
Yeah, they give you enough.
Oh, the Jags. I love the Jags more than ever before.
But you want to branch out a little more than just the Jags and what everyone else talks about.
Yeah, so we come up with some things, right? Everybody like in our business, everybody comes up with things, like they name them something.
Yeah.
Right? And so, Kuz, for instance, Kuz comes up with Ballin' and Fallin' because he was doing it on his podcast. And so we actually just stole it. Just like it.
Yeah, no, we didn't even change the name.
Did you copyright that?
Just absolutely
no, I really
ripped
should
it.
have.
And because I liked it. And even that's kind of evolved. Now, Ballin' and Fallin' is meant to be the idea. This is how ideas go crazy. It was meant to be, hey, quick little guy had 35 points last night, balling, and you know, so I said guy, like who the heck did you even mention? Yeah, thank you, Ross. And then Fallen, Jan's latest tweet. Bam. Done.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, Ballin' and Fallen has now morphed at times into like 3 segments. So that's just a bad show host. That's me.
That's okay.
It's just
you got a good producer, so that's
at least we have that. But anyway, there's another one that we had kind of in, the game 20 questions.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, okay, let's 20 questions. I don't want to, 20 questions too long.
Yeah.
So we want to do like,
especially for this generation.
10 questions in 5 minutes and kind of rip through some of the things that are going on. But we've never tried it. Today we're going to try it.
Let's do it.
And then, so here's the funny thing. So I tell Kuz like on an email, and I shared the email with you, and I said, hey, I think we can go a couple topics here, a couple topics there, have some fun ones. Maybe, Kuz, throw in an NBA question. You love the NBA. And, well, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So my list has 9 questions.
Kuz, you going to drop in one?
Well, I'm either going to do that or I'm just going to hope someone commented a question on the stream and just use them to bail me out.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10.
Here we go.
I was just going to go and hope you guys didn't realize I only asked 9.
Now, here's what you have to do, Kuz. This is a very important part. You're going to lead the way. You're going to ask the questions, but you got to say who's up.
Oh, I was just gonna see who jumps in. Like you guys go.
But I mean, Scobee's a little bit of rookie now. He's a veteran kicker, veteran golf guy, but he's a rookie kind of on this side of things.
I can do it.
All right, you ready?
Sure.
Let us go. Do we need some music or something?
Well, okay. I don't have that wrapped up.
Well, if you feel like it at some point during the next 5 minutes,
this might be the only thing
we have. Will last us 5 minutes.
This work? That's all I got.
Well, it'll have to do for now. Go ahead.
We can talk about the Deep South.
Where are we going on
vacation? This segment.
It's gum.
Okay.
I promise.
First question, and I guess this will be for Josh.
Oh, yes.
Will the CBA vote yes or no?
I'm hoping yes. Okay. That is for sure.
Wow, that was quick, Scobee. You got 30 seconds on the clock.
For this many reasons. I don't want there to be a lockout. I don't want anyone to lose any money, especially the younger guys. And I know some of the older guys have tweeted out videos saying, hey, we'll take care of you. But that's not true. The older guys are not going to be taking care of these younger guys if they need rent payments or whatever they need. So, Yeah, I hope it goes through, and I hope that they make better decisions with it.
Very good. Very
All
good.
right, there we go. Brent, this one will go to you, I guess. Will the Jags draft a corner in the first round?
I love it. The 9 and 20 pick. And this has been my pet peeve of mock drafts so far, that there's a corner automatically associated with the Jags. But that was because of Jalen Ramsey. So they said they traded away Jalen Ramsey, they'll need a corner. Well, I don't think that's the way the Jags were thinking. Now this pivot might have just taken place this week because of A.J. Boye. So if Okuda's on the board, or if a high-valued, like they really think they can get, they have a guy like 10th on their board and they can get him at 20, I think it could happen, but I'm still going to bet on no. It's a deep corner draft, and I think they end up getting the corner in the second round, not the first round.
All right, next one.
You know what's really hard about this, by the way? Not to jump in or piggyback on what Josh said. See, and I could feel like he wanted to jump in right there. He wanted to say something. He's not allowed to in this little scenario.
Oh, okay. I thought you was.
I didn't know that, but now I know.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a good one. For Josh, favorite teammate?
Of all time, favorite teammate?
All time.
Oh, my gosh.
This might take
That's
5 minutes.
tough. That's very tough. I mean,
if you have to, like, if these are like, is this like a wedding assignment? Like,
so
sitting
many
people down at the
teammates.
tables? You can be the PC.
Yeah.
And you can name a couple.
I mean, you obviously, as a kicker, you spend so much time with the other punter and long snapper. And,
Podlish.
I mean, yeah, Adam Podlish is one of my best friends who still lives here and works for Merrill Lynch and good golf
plug
buddy
right
mine.
there for Podlish and Merrill Lynch.
Yeah,
Very nice.
You're
Ballin'
welcome.
and falling, Podlish. Come on, sponsor it.
But I'd say my favorite of all time, who I keep up with a lot, and it's going to be Fred Taylor.
Okay.
Without a doubt. I mean, he and I spent a lot of time together, played a lot of poker together, and had a lot of fun together.
Notice he didn't say Austen Lane. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, man, you cut me off. Elite 8 or better for FSU in the tournament.
Very
Brent.
good question. I mean, since I actually asked it.
Yeah.
But
if I don't say so
you posted
myself,
that. You
great
definitely
question.
came up with that one.
I think most people around here want to say, like, Florida State will make the Elite 8. And I think they're really good. That was a gutty win last night. They did not play well, in my opinion. Didn't play good defense, and then they turned it on. They are really, really good. I just am afraid of the laps, the way this tournament works. I think they'll be an upsettable team as well. I like this Knowles team. I'm rooting for them to get to the Elite 8. I'm going to bet against it, though, right now. I'm going to say no, they don't. I don't think I'm getting them into the Elite 8 in my bracket.
All right, for Josh, Calais Campbell will or will not be a Jaguar next season?
I think he will be. I think he's going to play on the current salary that he has. I don't think that he'll take a quote-unquote hometown discount for his 4th year of his contract. I think he's way too valuable, not only as a player, but a leader and someone that you actually want in the locker room. And right now, honestly, the Jaguars need some good PR, and he would be one that you want to retain and you want to be there in the locker room for his value.
Okay. Brent, for you, right now, sportsbook odds have the Patriots favored to keep Brady. You guys kind of talked about it, but do you think that's possible, or are you taking the field?
Well, listen, I know it's possible. It certainly is. And I'm still taking the field. I don't think he'd get this far. I don't understand the courtship. I like what Josh said. Like, we all believe that guys like to play for one team forever. I think that is less and less. I like that too, the Derek Jeters of the world. But you don't see it as much. LeBron James is on his 3rd team. So I think the courtship, even Peyton Manning, we never thought he'd leave the Colts. He left the Colts. So I think, well, they might have left him. But I think Brady goes somewhere else. I really do. And I think look out for the AFC South. I think Tennessee is a prime spot. I think Indianapolis is a possible spot. And I would not rule out someone like the Raiders in Las Vegas.
Okay, for Josh,
Oh,
this
one more thing here. And I know we don't have a ton of time for it, but I'm extending mine. I didn't get the whole Dana White, UFC, Tom Brady connection.
Yeah,
Did you
that
see
was
that?
strange, yeah.
Oh, no.
Why, on Instagram, they had a conversation via the phone that he posted on Instagram. It was like, where is this coming from?
Celebrities. That's all. Celebrities are very strange
It
people.
also showed me, though, Brady has a little bit of ego in this stuff. He likes hearing his name talked about.
No
he
chance.
okayed that.
No, that can't be possible.
No,
if he has an ego.
All right, this one, real tough one for you. Bulldogs 1992 says, what's your favorite Disney movie?
Aladdin. Oh, Europe.
Favorite Disney movie? Oh, man.
Fox and the Hound.
There's so many to choose from. But Aladdin, yeah. It has to be Aladdin.
Okay.
Yeah,
Have you seen the new Aladdin?
No, I haven't seen the new one. I'm not big on the kids' movies. I just fall asleep whenever they're on. But,
Which one helps you fall asleep the best?
All of them. Yes. All of the above.
Okay, for Brent, same question about Calais, but for Nick Foles. Will he be here next year?
Oh, yeah. Good call. I think without question, there is no doubt in my mind that Nick Foles is on this roster in September. And I will be stunned if they're able to move him. I don't even necessarily think Doug Marrone is stomping down the hallway asking him to be moved. I think he'd rather have him on the roster. I really believe that. He's not concerned about the optics of a $20 million quarterback. He's concerned about having good quarterbacks and good players on his team. I think no doubt in my mind Nick Foles will be here in September.
Okay. Josh, favorite celebrity at Tahoe tournament?
Oh, the golf tournament. Favorite one that I've interacted with, Justin Timberlake.
Oh, okay.
Without a doubt. I'm a boy band fanboy at heart. I grew up, in the early to mid 90s, early 2000s, bleached my hair, spiked it up and made it look like they did, and wanted to be a boy band member. So NSYNC was my band, unfortunately. So getting to meet Justin Timberlake and hang out with him was easily my biggest moment as a fanboy. That's for sure.
Okay, he's actually a big Memphis Grizzlies fan too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's part owner.
I think Timberlake's a cool dude.
And he's a golfer.
Oh, by the way, Timberlake should be happy about me right now.
Bye.
Isn't this his stuff?
Yeah, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, so we'll use this one as our last one, and you guys can
by the way, not planned.
Yeah. Well, Whataburger and bye. We'll get us in.
There you go. Get the money. This will go to both of you guys because it's a two-parter. Will Tiger commit to the players, and will he finish the players?
By the way, commitment day is tomorrow. I think he will commit. I don't know if the last report, by the way, reason he didn't play at Arnold's, and I'm not calling Tiger a liar here. I'm just saying you kind of, when you don't play at Arnold's tournament, you got to have a pretty good reason. It feels like,
Absolutely.
And so I think some of that, coming off his performance, it's easy to say, hey, I just didn't feel right. And that's what he essentially said. He didn't say I have a back injury or anything. It's like my back was tight, I think is what he said. I think through his people, his camp. I think he'll be ready to go here. And I expect him to be in better form than he was the last time out. Hopefully pretty good form because that place is buzzing when Tiger's in good form.
Yeah, I think I don't know what the stats are for him, but I bet if you went back and looked at his history, if he had a bad performance and was supposed to play the next week and withdrew from it, it was because of how he performed the previous week, and he was just getting ready for the next week. So it's a big tournament next week, and he's won it before a couple times, and he wants to win it again. And, he's getting older. He wants to be able to play well, and I kind of have it on good authority that he's going to be in an event on Monday here. So he'll be here.
I think we should, too. I like that. Very good authority. That is our 10 questions in 5 minutes. Yeah, we tried it. It was fun.
I didn't time it. Did we make it 5?
I have no idea. Who
Probably
cares? Nobody else is sitting there figuring it out. We just make it up. Sounded good, 10-5.
I like it. That was good.
I mean, that's like a bad game in the NBA, 10-5. It's a good game in college, but it's a bad game in the NBA.
Great NFL record, really.
It's a very good NFL record. Tiger, we didn't say will he finish the tournament. I think he will. Like I think he's more healthy than every time somebody talks about Tiger's back, everybody's like, oh my gosh. Or every time Tiger plays bad, it's like, he's old, he must be done. I don't feel that way. Tiger is at such ease with his game late last year and early this year, the way he's swinging it. I think he's fine. And you said something else, and if you add the tea leaves up to what he has said, the schedule was going to be different this year. And he wants to be there for the 4 majors. I think the players is important to him. I've always said this. I think because of the players is huge anyway.
Yeah.
But I always think because of the way his stuff was handled, do you remember the big press conference here? And
oh, yeah.
I feel like he always not owes something to Ponte Vedra or this area, but maybe in the back of his mind, he's like, I always want to make sure I'm at that event.
And
you know?
It's a tournament.
Everybody does, but
absolutely.
even him.
And it's a tournament that he is not. He's won it a couple times. Two or three? Two. So, and there's been times where he's missed the cut quite a few times. So he's struggled here quite a bit.
He's played bad here.
Yeah.
He's withdrawn twice here.
Yeah, I was there for two of them. So it's probably a place that he wants to come and prove a point and show that even at his age that he can contend here and even win. And it's a type of golf course that it really doesn't lend to the bombers now.
Yep.
It's a precision course, and especially the way they set it up, it'll really make his game, if he's playing well, that is, it'll make his game shine, and hopefully he's in a good place and can play well.
It's really interesting when you talk Tiger, and of course we will over the next week or so quite a bit, but this golf course doesn't favor any golfer, right? It doesn't, because it's a test. It's just a big test.
It's a test to everyone.
But in a weird way, it feels like older Tiger might fit it better.
Because, he knows everything about this course. Even though they've done some changes to it, he's just more comfortable here.
Yeah. And like you said, I mean, his precision game, his iron game, like he doesn't have to go crazy with the driver. He doesn't have to try to bomb it. You don't have to beat Rory down the fairway.
Correct. I mean, there's so many run-out spots on this course that it doesn't matter if you hit it 370 like some of these guys do when it runs out. You can hit it 300 and be in a better spot. And Tiger is the best iron player in the history of golf. And that's what matters around TPC Sawgrass.
Absolutely. Players' Championship coming up next week. We'll be there all week. In fact, we now start a 6-day run where we'll be at TPC Sawgrass. That will be tomorrow. I'll be there live right around the 17th hole. We have our shopping spree with our winner from ESPN690 from that contest coming up. So that should be a lot of fun tomorrow and all week long at the Players' Championship. It is strange still for me mentally that the Players is like now. Like my whole brain operates on a calendar and a clock. Like at 6:20, at a 10:50, at 11:20, like my mind I feel like I have to be on TV. Like that's when sports happens. My calendar in terms of covering things now for a dozen years is, well, you go cover football through the Super Bowl, and then you go to the Daytona 500, and then there's some things that happen in March, and the Masters and the draft, and then the Players. And that has been thrown off. So I still have not wrapped my arms around March, at least from a mental standpoint, even though I loved it here last year. I think it's great in March. It's fine. And it was actually probably better in March than I thought it was going to be going into it.
Yeah, it's definitely not as hot, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, when it's in May, that is completely different. I mean, we all know, as you and I are golfers, we enjoy playing golf, but when it comes to May, June, July, August, it's extremely hot and miserable to play golf. But this time of year,
short days.
Yeah, just like today and tomorrow and probably next week, it's going to be windy and the conditions are going to be a lot more difficult. The ball's not going to roll out as much, and it's going to be harder to play golf.
And Jared Rice has said, too, you get that test of the seasons maybe on all 4 days.
Correct.
Which is cool because it adds to the test of golf at the Players' Championship next week. One other thing I wanted to get to about Calais Campbell and about Tahoe, plus we've got some crazy headlines ahead and some ballin' and fallin', which will feature a little hoops. It's all on the way. Hang in there, Scobee. You're doing a good job, man. You got about a half hour to go.
That's it?
Pace yourself.
Okay.
You can make it. You can do it. It's next, ESPN 690.
Action Sports Jacks with Brent Martineau on ESPN 690 is brought to you by Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park.
Now, the first alert forecast on ESPN 690.
Scattered showers and a few storms this evening, clearing and cooler late tonight, dropping into the 50s. Lots of sun, breezy and cooler for Friday with a high of 69. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beards Diamonds, where 0% financing for 5 years has been held over. Find out more at beardsdiamonds.com.
For the ones who forge metal and those with nerves of steel. For the ones who burn the midnight oil and the ones who rise with the sun. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, with over 250 local branches and a team of specialists available 24/7 to help you solve any challenge. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ready, set, go to Arlington Toyota during the Ready, Set, Go construction sales event. Have you been by Arlington lately? Construction is underway for their new state-of-the-art showroom. And while the dust is flying, so are the amazing deals. Thanks to Arlington's Ready, Set, Go construction sales event. How about a 2020 Toyota Camry? It's not $26,995. Now it's only $22,791. Yeah, $22,791 for a pre-owned 2020 Toyota Camry at Arlington Toyota. For your family needs, how about a 2019 Toyota Sienna? It's not $28,225. No, now it's just $22,691. $22,691 for a pre-owned 2019 Toyota Sienna. Plus, you'll get the Arlington Toyota $5,000 Advantage Club, including a lifetime warranty with unlimited time and miles with your purchase. Ready, set, go to the construction sales event happening now at Arlington Toyota, and pay up to 50% less on 2019s and even 2020s. 10939 Atlantic Boulevard or online at arlingtontoyota.com. Visit arlingtontoyota.com/readysetgo for offer details.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Austen Lane from Action Sports Jacks. Thanks for making ESPN690 the fastest-growing sports station in Jacksonville. It was a lot of fun playing for the Jacksonville Jaguars for 3 years, and I'm having just the same amount of fun on the radio every single day with ESPN690. So I'm reaching out to you to be part of our team and grow your business with ESPN690. Give us a holler at 245-8732. That's 245-8732. We look forward to hearing from you and hope you join the team.
The NHRA Mellow Yellow Drag Racing Series is headed to Gainesville Raceway for the Emily Motor Oil NHRA Gator Nationals, March 12th through 15th. Kids 12 and under are free in general admission. Get tickets early and save at NHRA.com.
This is Jack and Jane.
TV dinners.
Before Jack went to Diamonds Direct to find something special for Jane. This is Jack and Jane after Jack gave Jane the gift from Diamonds Direct.
Love you!
The difference makes all the difference. Put a little pep in your relationship step. It's easy with Diamonds Direct's everyday gift collection. Birthdays, anniversaries, push presents, or just because. We've got the latest fashion-forward jewelry from the world's top designers. Lots of one-of-a-kind pieces, too. Jewelry she'll cherish forever at the guaranteed best value prices in America. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, bands. Just the right gift to kick your relationship up a notch. So when Jack and Jane feel a little... maybe it's time for a little...
Yes!
from Diamonds Direct. Diamonds Direct. Diamonds, engagement rings, and so much more. Highest quality, best prices every day. Get directions, store hours, and more at diamondsdirect.com.
From Warner Brothers Pictures.
All right, guys, look.
Redemption isn't one.
The little things add up. Let's do all the little things right.
It's earned.
We have to trust each other. You got this. Yes, Coach. We have to have faith.
Academy Award winner Ben Affleck.
That's right. And have faith. 1, 2, 3, win! They haven't been knocked down and had to get back up. They don't know what it is to fight. Let's go!
Fight for the way back tomorrow. Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without parent.
Hey guys, Mike Golick here. Athletes are still athletes when they're off the field. That's why they still need to make good choices, like staying hydrated with Bolt 24, with antioxidant vitamins A and C, electrolytes from watermelon and sea salt, and no artificial sweeteners or flavors. Bolt 24 is all-day hydration for all-day athletes. It's available in delicious flavors like watermelon, strawberry, tropical mango, and mixed berry, and can be found in the sports drink aisle at most major retailers. Bolt 24, all-day hydration.
CGC Water Treatment is celebrating Connecticut's 50th year anniversary with 50% savings for you. Purchase a Premier softener and save 50% off a K5, Connecticut's premier reverse osmosis system. That's the one I have at my home. Hey everyone, this is Brent Martineau. Get the peace of mind knowing you're drinking great tasting purified water. Call 904-694-2242. Financing available with approved credit. 904-694-2242 or visit cgcwater.com. Tell them Brent sent you. CGC Water Treatment, your local independent Connecticut dealer.
I'm Thea Jeffers, owner of Breezy Jazz Club and T-Works Interior Decorating. It doesn't matter where you come from, it's possible to own your own business. But starting a business isn't easy. The Jacksonville Women's Business Center helped give me the confidence to keep going when the going got tough. At JWBC, I got the training, networking, and support I needed to help me reach my goals. To find out more about how JWBC can help you, visit jaxwbc.com.
Be bold, Jacksonville, with Bold City Heating and Air. When it's hot, we turn on the AC. When it's colder, we flip on the heat. But are you getting the best value with your system? Hey, everyone, this is Brent Martineau. Insulation is an important part of comfort and efficiency in your home. At Bold City Heating and Air, they offer free consultations and quotes on your insulation. Call 904-379-1648 or check out boldcityac.com. 5-star reviews on Facebook and Google. Be bold, Jacksonville, with Bold City Heating and Air.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Austen Lane from Action Sports Jacks. Thanks for making ESPN690 the fastest-growing sports station in Jacksonville. It was a lot of fun playing for the Jacksonville Jaguars for 3 years, and I'm having just the same amount of fun on the radio every single day with ESPN690. So I'm reaching out to you to be part of our team and grow your business with ESPN690. Give us a holler at 245-8732. That's 245-8732. We look forward to hearing from you and hope you join the team.
The following message is sponsored by the Florida Department of Elder Affairs, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
Sarah is 64 and loves to garden. Recently, her health insurance ran out, leaving her worried about more than just weeds. She called the Elder Helpline and spoke with a volunteer Shine counselor about her options. There, she received free, unbiased counseling on health insurance for those on Medicare. For more information or to volunteer, call 1-800-963-5337 or go to FloridaShine.org.
I'm calling all hockey fans. The Jacksonville Icemen are at home this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What's up, everybody? It's Austen Lane on ESPN 690 and Action Sports Jacks. And if you've never experienced the intensity and excitement of a Jacksonville Icemen's game, well, you better step your game up and take it from me. This is an experience that you don't want to miss. The Icemen take on the Florida Everblades this Friday, the Atlanta Gladiators this Saturday, and the Greenville Swamp Rabbits this Sunday. The puck drops at 7 p.m. Friday and Saturday. This Saturday against the Atlanta Gladiators is also a special game. The Icemen are putting on the Future Stars of Sports event, a celebration of all youth athletes. Former Jacksonville Jaguars player Najee Good will also be at the game, and if you purchase 50 or more tickets at www.jacksiceman.com/sports, you can be a part of the meet and greet and hang out with Najee Good himself. This is an experience that you don't want to miss. Don't miss out on the intensity and fun at the Jacksonville Icemen games this Friday through Sunday. Visit jacksiceman.com for tickets and more info.
ESPN 690 welcomes Blackberry Smoke to Daly's Place on August 22nd. Visit the contest page on ESPN690.com now and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the show. Blackberry Smoke live with ESPN 690.
Brent Martineau.
You see him every day on CBS 47, Fox 30, Action Sports Jack.
Austen Lane.
He's a former Jag star and current MMA fighter.
Broadcasting live from the Anajar and Levine studio.
This is Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690 and ESPN690.com.
I will certainly not pick Tom Brady over Jimmy Garoppolo for the long haul, but for just next season, yes, I think Tom Brady is a better option. I have been on the record stating religiously that I think that Tom Brady got a bad rap last year. Was there some fall off? Absolutely, but I think that has a lot to do with the talent that is around you. Yes, he's 42 years of age, so you would think if he's 42 years of age, you wouldn't ask him to be bereft of the weapons that he did not have available to him, but that's exactly what Bill Belichick asked him to do.
Bereft of the weapons.
Bereft.
Very good, Stephen A.
Who bet him that he couldn't say that in a show?
What's that?
Who made a bet with him that he couldn't use that word in a show?
We've started this thing where we really believe we're onto something. We just got to figure out how to do it. Live in-show betting here on Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. So, like Austin has used twice in this week, Hunky Dory. And no doubt someone would have taken home a lot of money if they picked Hunky Dory to be used by Austen Lane more than once.
I like that. That's kind of a cool promotion there. You let the fans choose what words.
Yeah.
Or, phrases or whatever, but Hunky Dory is a good one.
Yeah. So I think, we're on to something here. We got to figure out a way to do it. But I always tell the story when I started off in Alexandria, Louisiana in TV.
Ellick, as they call it.
Yeah.
Ellick.
Your neck of the woods. Middle of nowhere.
Basically, yes.
But we loved it there.
Great food.
Mostly great food and drive-through daiquiri huts.
Even better.
Even better. So when my sports director at the time, he was in like a theater group. And so his theater group someone from their this was before texting, so they must have emailed them or somehow, or maybe called. Imagine that people actually use the phone.
No, people don't do that.
But
sounds miserable.
They would give him a word every night to use, and he had to sneak it into his sportscast.
I love that. That's a great idea.
And it was always good. Yeah, like I kind of felt like I would be stealing it, but I think 20 years has passed. We can now steal it.
I think you should come up with a word every single night or a phrase that they have to say, but you just put it on the glass there, and they randomly have to input it in.
We have to work that in.
Like befuddled and stuff like that. Yeah,
yeah, that's an easy one.
Well, stuff like that's easier than befuddled.
That's true.
A little
but I'll get out the dictionary. I'll start looking up some words.
I like it.
Yeah, I think we could work into that. I wanted to ask. We had this 10 questions in 5 minutes. Calais Campbell, you answered the question. You think he'll be back? I'm starting to think so too. Although I do quietly wonder, and now I've pivoted because A.J. Boye sent a very nice message to lift all our spirits up. But I even wondered if Calais Campbell would say, you know what? I get what's going on here. This could be like a rebuild. If you guys think it's a rebuild instead of let's try to win this, I'm 34, and maybe I can help you in the rebuild because I could get something in return for another draft pick or something in clear space. So I could see his team doing that. I don't know if I would. I mean, I certainly wouldn't blame him for doing that if that's the way he wanted to go. But that being said, I kind of feel like he'll be here too. But what I wanted to get to, is he relatable at all to any player that you played with in your career?
No, not even close. And I mean, I didn't even play on the same team as Calais ever, but I've been around him quite a bit, and he's not even close to any player mentally, as far as I can tell, because he's just a different guy. I mean, in a good way.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a leader, number one, a vocal leader. He shows up on the field day in and day out. He puts in the work. He plays hurt. He does exactly what he needs to do every single day. So I'm sure there were guys that I play with that were like him, but none that I saw like him. Like you said, I mean, he might be chasing the ring. He might not want to be here. But number one, players want money. Number one. That's
number one.
It doesn't matter. Players want money. There are some that they're outlier, the anomaly. He might be one of them because he kind of does feel like the anomaly when it comes to the NFL player. I hope that's not the case. I hope he wants to be here and help this team possibly get to that point, and not force his way out. But time will tell.
Yeah, it's interesting. He's made over $103 million, I think, in his career. It's kind of unspoken, but how much he has been able to get his third contract, essentially. He's got his rookie deal. He re-upped with a good deal from Arizona, and then now this one, which was a big deal, over 4 years and 60
4 years,
million.
60, yeah.
So, and he's lived up to it, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, how often can you say, now he would have one more year to go here, and he'd have to have still solid production. But it's pretty incredible that you can say he lived up to every year of his contract so far. I mean, that's an incredible, even from a health standpoint, knock on wood, from a production standpoint, I got Tiger on my mind, from either that or my drives.
Yeah.
But from a production standpoint, been unbelievable. And I really feel like he's meant so much to this organization. And so I would do everything I can to keep him here and roll the dice that it doesn't go fast at age 34 if it does go, because I think he has good football left in him. And now that you've cleared some dollars, I think you just got to say, hey, this is the right thing to do. We need this guy. And they need him for a lot of different reasons. Yeah. Good football player. The PR movie said, I started the week saying the only way this gets worse now with Jan's asking out is if Calais is the next guy to go. And that would be, it would feel rock bottom-ish.
It would.
To me.
Yeah, it would, absolutely. Because, I mean, you're always hoping that you have, number one, a good football team, and number two, good people off the field. And Calais is that guy. I mean, he's the type of person you want in the locker room at all times, teaching the younger players. And we've seen it. I mean, there's been numerous stories and videos that we've seen about Calais, mentoring Jan and mentoring Josh Allen and, bringing these guys up. I mean, he does exactly what you want him to do. And then he gets on the field and he produces what he's been producing. I mean, he was a Pro Bowler last year, Walter Payton Man of the Year off the field. He's the type of person you want on your team. So he is worth paying that amount to. And it kind of annoys me to hear fans talk about, well, his salary cap is going to be this, blah, blah, blah. It's like, stop worrying about the salary cap. You're a fan. You don't even know exactly what it means and what it's going to do. And quite frankly, neither does the team.
Yeah.
And
neither does anybody inside the locker.
It's kind of like the stock market, the salary cap is. No one actually knows what it's going to do. Have you ever heard of a team getting in trouble for the salary cap?
Not recently. I mean, go back in the day, and I mean, even this organization. But the way it's set up now, it's very difficult to. Now,
it's very difficult.
You still prohibit yourself a little bit. The Bortles contract hurt them to a degree. They might have been able to keep Tayshaun Gibson, a guy like that. So you can't say it doesn't completely. But the bottom line is you don't get stuck completely. There's always a way to go about it, or usually a way to go about it. And the Jags are in that situation. They could have found a way to keep A.J. Boye and Calais Campbell.
Without a doubt.
Was that the right thing to do? Could it be the right thing to do? So I think they'll keep Calais Campbell, no doubt about it. I think it will be a good move to keep Calais Campbell. I think we all feel that way to some degree. All right, some folks chiming in on social media, and I want to get to some of them. Chad Smith says, "Don't tell him, but he's one of my favorite football players ever. He's insanely witty and entertaining." Chad, I didn't play football.
Well, you just told me.
Oh, Josh. This is response to Josh joining the show
today. Did you
today.
play soccer at one point?
I did. At one point, yeah, way back in the day.
Well, tell him I wasn't a football player. I actually just kicked the ball.
Yeah,
so
very true.
Made occasional tackles, so I guess that could qualify me.
Fair enough. Hey, Jay Preston, we like this one. Best show on the radio already, but today was even better. Usually turning in to hear the latest Jags saga, but today was super refreshing to hear the golf stories and Scobee tweets explained. Well, might become a new segment, man.
I like that already.
Listen,
Austen might not like that. But
he might not like it. Hey, Austen can now move to that chair during the segment.
The blue chair.
The stash says, Jan is a pup who learned from Jalen. Boye is a vet who knows how to be classy and not burn bridges. It's interesting about the burn bridges part. Like, a lot of us wouldn't do some of those things on the way out of our normal jobs, right? Because you'd be worried about burning bridges.
You do that here,
Well, and it's true. But
yeah, leverage is a big thing too.
But that's not real life in sports. Though.
No,
that's where our world and sports doesn't mix. That Jalen Ramsey is not going to be punished and I don't mean punished like physically punished, but he's not going to feel the impact of ripping the organization on the way out the door.
No,
he won't. He's going to, instead the Rams are going to pay him a mint, or somebody else will pay him a mint. And he's going to make a ton of money and all those things. And people always give him an opportunity because he's a great player. So sports are different in that sense. That's not real life. And by the way, it's a little bit real life if you have a certain value. You usually get a second chance or a third chance or whatever. And they kind of sweep that other stuff under the rug like, hey, he was a jerk on the way out of town.
Yeah, as long as you haven't done too many things bad off the field, then the second chance is really, really easy for a team to make.
I always think it's interesting while we're seeing all this stuff, too, because we've talked about just the dynamic A.J. Boye versus Ramsey and even what Jan's doing right now sometimes on social media. And I say the organization, one, I don't really think they care about it that much. I think it's great for us here on Talk Radio. I think the fans get offended by it because it kind of feels to the fans like it's the middle finger at them to a degree because that's their team. So they take ownership of it. Now, whether the organization cares or not, if Shad Khan, I don't think he's reading the tweets. Does Dave Caldwell care? Does Doug Marrone care? I don't know. But either way, they have no way of rebuttal. They're not going to get on social media under the Jaguars account and say, well, screw you, Ramsey. They're just not going to do it.
How amazing would that be, though?
That would be awesome,
fantastic.
Right?
They just take the Wendy's approach and anything people say.
This is a Wendy's, sir. But yes, they probably do in subtle ways. Whether
take a little jab here, or there.
Marketing strategies, random things they might post. That's just my opinion, but I mean that's the kind of things that I've seen. But no, they're not going to get on there and directly bash a player for saying anything bad. And that's kind of the crazy thing that I've seen the past few years with not just former Jaguar players that have gotten released or traded. It's the NFL in general. It's just bashing your team or employer once you leave. And that's a crazy thing. I mean, when I played, it felt like if you did that, then you were going to get blackballed or, not even wanted by any other team, and not just for those reasons, just because they didn't want to deal with you.
Yeah, I really think that's a player empowerment thing that has shifted.
It's completely shifted. I think
and I'm
it's
not saying that's a bad thing either.
Yeah, I kind of think it's a bad thing.
Well, it seems like a bad thing, but the NBA has player empowerment, and it's really worked for the NBA. They get a lot because of it. The NFL players have never felt like they've been empowered enough, even though the product has grown, and owners have made millions and billions of dollars off it. So I understand that, but it does feel like it's changed. Social media has helped that, and player salaries has helped that. We talked about it with Ramsey. Ramsey could do whatever he wanted. He had $27 million already in the bank off his rookie deal. It's a totally different situation than Jan. Jan's really rolling the dice. He has $3 million in the bank off his rookie deal. So when these players have this much money, it gives them at least a little bit of a parachute to say, you know what, I'm going to stick up for myself right here, especially if I'm a great player.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, that's the unfortunate part about getting drafted in the third round compared to getting drafted in the first round. And, I mean, you can take a risk, and the risk can work out if you wanted to, and sometimes it doesn't. And, in Jan's case, I hope it works out because, like I said, he's the type of person and the type of player that you want on your roster because he makes everyone better and he makes everyone work harder.
And he gets after it. Tim, by the way, said almost all great QBs finish somewhere else or played for multiple teams. Good point. Montana, Unitas, Favre, Breeze, Namath, Young, Warner, Tarkenton, Manning, McNair, Moon. Fair enough. It does happen.
I get it, but we're talking about the greatest of all time ever. And I'll be shocked if he goes somewhere else.
Yeah, we'll find out here in the next couple of weeks. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, one more segment with Josh Scobee, one more segment with me and Kuz. The show's going to end after this segment is what I'm getting at.
Got a little Rage Against the Machine. I love it.
A little balling and falling. And the Jumbo Shrimp do it again. Promotional Wizards.
Oh.
Which one do you like? We'll talk about it next. ESPN 690.
Golick and Wingo.
That's your first mistake is leaving read receipts on. Don't do that to yourself. Friends out there, reach out to the screen and receive this blessing right now. Turn your read receipts off and vice versa. You don't need that mental warfare in your life.
Where are read receipts?
I'm going to do the Men in Black thing right now. We're just going to completely erase what just happened there from your thought process. Read receipts aren't a real thing to you.
Okay.
And that goes for everyone listening. Cool. Remove it from your life.
Golick and Wingo, weekdays at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPN2.
Family is big around here. We're family-owned, family-operated, family-managed. And that means legacy. That means dependability. That means using Grainger. With over 1.5 million products and knowledgeable product experts, Grainger has whatever we need. And with same-day pickup and next-day delivery options, they have it whenever we need it. For over 90 years, businesses like ours have trusted Grainger. Because, like family, Grainger's got our back. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by to see for yourself. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My boom crushed it moment. Man, I think it was when I finally said this is the ring.
Former Amazing Race contestant Brody Smith knew that he nailed it when he found the perfect diamond for his fiancée and Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, Kelsey Lawrence.
Also, that was the moment of, holy smokes, this is actually happening. Wow, I'm about to get engaged.
Just like Brody, Diamonds Direct has helped thousands and thousands of jittery men pop the question with the diamond of her dreams.
Women these days don't want the same ring as their best friend or their mom. They want something unique. And Diamonds Direct also customizes rings, so I think that's a really cool thing.
Also really cool, Diamonds Direct's no middleman pricing, the unparalleled selection, and the lifetime guarantee.
This shouldn't be a stressful time in your life. This is kind of a turning point in your life for you. Diamonds Direct has such educational diamond experts there. No stress. The girl will say yes.
Is that a 100% guarantee, Kelsey?
Diamonds Direct. Check out Brody and Kelsey on Instagram and visit us at diamondsdirect.com.
Looking for a different lunch experience? Come dine with us on Fridays at Clara's at the Cathedral, located at 256 East Church from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Treat yourself weekly to an upscale menu, live entertainment, and fellowship with friends and colleagues you don't want to miss. Call and reserve your seat or table today at 354-4162 or log on to clarawhitemission.org. All proceeds benefit the Clara White Mission.
Good news if you're looking to propose. Beard's most exciting offer ever has been extended. 5 years, 0 interest on anything in the store.
Yes, now at Beard's Diamonds, get 0 interest for 5 years on any purchase.
And that's on top of Beard's Diamonds' already everyday low prices.
Spread your payments out over 5 full years without paying a dime in interest.
How about a $6,000 Tacori or Veragio ring? You pay just $100 a month.
Or a pair of $3,000 diamond stud earrings. You pay just $50 a month.
But hurry, 5 years, 0 interest financing won't last long.
Get her that designer setting she's been dreaming about and spread your payments out over 60 months.
Just divide your total price by 60, and that's what you'll pay a month.
Don't miss out on the best deal of the year.
0% financing store-wide held over.
Beard's Diamonds, located at the St. John's Town Center.
Or beardsdiamonds.com.
Where exceptional is affordable.
First take, your take. Who should be the highest paid athlete in all this? As we're going to have this conversation about who wins the Super Bowl next for Patrick Mahomes is a payday.
First take, your take with Jason Fitz from 1 to 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPN News.
I'm Kevin Rahm, and this is Action Sports Jacks.
All right, welcome back. One more segment with Scobee. I feel like we got the uncut, unfiltered edition of Scobee. Do we always? Not really.
No, that was...
Like, you could have let it loose a little more.
Yeah, I tried to filter myself today just because I think my son was watching. And
for the most part,
Yeah.
the FCC, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forget about the FCC.
What did they do?
We care more about the
Who's
kids.
that? Yeah. I'm worried about my MOM and wife.
It is funny. Like, I sometimes, right before I'm about to say something, think, are they listening?
I know.
Or are they not?
That's every time I tweet now, I'm like, what would my wife say about this?
Yeah. Well, that's a great thing. Martin Buckley, who was supposed to be on the show today, he told me this. I don't even think he's taking credit for it, but I'm stealing it if he doesn't want the credit. But he said the greatest thing about social media, he said it's like a diary of your life. So, like, your kids will someday be able to, they'll go back and be able to find everything you said.
Especially the ones that were really bad that you regret.
I was going to say, that'll be like my kids eventually one day will be able to go back and see me in college, and that's not good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Like,
see,
not good.
mine can't. Like, they can't find that stuff. It's like, it's not black and white, but it's not, like, even the VHS tapes don't work anymore.
Right.
You know?
I mean, I get it.
But now everything is just there for the taking, which can be good and can be bad.
It's good and bad.
Cruz, you actually asked a question when you emailed me back, and you said, you were going to ask. We were going to ask Scobee when we were doing the tweets, like, what's the worst tweet you ever sent out?
One you regret the most.
Oh man,
is there one that takes the cake?
The one that I got in trouble for the most. In terms of with my wife, because I never got really in trouble with anyone for a tweet other than with my wife.
Okay.
That's for sure. And it was probably the one that I sent about Deshaun Jackson. I was watching a Monday Night Football game. It was 2011. And I think Deshaun Jackson was coming off a team suspension. So the team had suspended him for some random, conduct, detrimental, whatever it was. And it was a Monday Night Football game. He caught a pass on the other team's sideline. I think they were playing the Giants. And he threw the ball at a coach, like catches one on the sideline, throws the ball at a coach. And I didn't like it at all. And I didn't like his antics. So I tweeted something bad about him, which I know exactly what it was. I didn't say any, cuss words or anything like that. But I said, Deshaun Jackson is a punk. Grow up, you tiny bastard. And Monday night, might have had a beer or two. I tweeted, got some replies back, after 15, 20 minutes.
Philadelphia fans must have hammered you.
But it wasn't that bad at that point. And I replied back, I'm like, no, y'all chill out. I don't respect what he did. That's not cool. He's still a punk. Go to sleep and wake up. And all of a sudden, the storm comes.
It's everywhere.
And it was bad. It was bad. My agent was texting me. The PR Jags are texting me. You got to delete this. I'm like, I'm not deleting it. I said it. I mean, come on. So left it up there. And that was the one I most regret, just calling him a punk. Or a bastard, too. That was pretty bad. But either one. I still stand by it because it was
at least in the
it
moment.
Was not a cool move acting the way he did. But calling him the things I did was not cool.
So did your wife get mad at you?
Oh yeah,
for that?
Oh, she was
because of the storm.
I literally remember where I was driving and talking to her on the phone. I'm like, hey, I tweeted this last night and. People are not happy with me. She's like, why? What happened? I called someone a punk and a bastard. She's like, oh, okay. Well, you probably shouldn't come home. I'm like, oh. So I went and played golf. Probably shot 1 million that day, and it wasn't good. But
the answer to all our problems.
I think there
you
were
can go to the bar or you can go to the golf course.
Yeah. So we all regret things we've done.
Cool. There's the answer to your question.
There it is. Yep.
How about some balling and falling real quick? Well, that might be falling.
That was falling pretty bad.
Just a quick mention. Florida State win last night. I kind of already asked. We did it in the 10 questions with Florida State, but Florida wins last night, too. Florida all of a sudden has found themselves and playing pretty good basketball. Mike White's doing a good job. And we're in March, so we can talk college basketball. Now everybody cares a little bit more. How's your bracket going to look? Give me some advice. Well, my advice would be I wouldn't ride high with Florida. I still think they're SEC is Florida State, I think you could make a run with. I think they're really good. Can they be consistent? And I just had the question earlier in the show, will they make the Elite Eight? And I'm betting against them to get in the Elite Eight. It's just hard to do. But when the bracket comes out, we'll see the matchups for sure. Did you bring any balling and falling? Do you need it? Do you have any? You got anybody?
What's that?
You got any balling or falling? Anybody?
I got nothing.
Yeah, Ross is balling 35 points.
Ross can be balling, yeah.
Who's this Ross?
That's the 35-point NBA
Ross
guy.
For the Orlando Magic.
Goose eggs all around except for 35.
I probably saw him play. I went and watched Orlando versus Utah a while back. But
okay. Well, he depends on how long back. I think he had an injury recently.
Back in January.
Okay, he may have been playing at that point. But yeah, he hit 35 points, zeros across every other stat line.
Oh, that was him. That's who you were talking about.
All right. The fallen for me would be, I think I got to give it to Jan today. Jan tweets locked up, mood locked up, and then deletes it. See, you didn't delete your tweet. He deletes his tweet.
He might one day.
He's got to stay.
Oh, he did delete it.
He did delete it. He's got to, I think he's got to lay low. You told us at the top of the show, I thought it was really interesting. Your agent, your method was lay low.
That was
when
my
it was
agent,
going on. Hey, Jan has not laid low.
No, the agents might be different now.
That's okay, but I do think once he made his big statement, and I called it a brilliant move on his part to kind of, all right, your move, Jags, but now lay low a little bit on it and see what the next moves, because I don't think they franchised him today.
No, they haven't yet.
So, like, if that was his response to getting franchised and getting that actual phone call, I would have understood a little bit more. But now it's just more antagonizing going on. And I don't want the organization antagonizing him, and I just don't know if I want to do it as a player either. So that's balling and falling. You got to take a quick look. Do you have a favorite night of the Jumbo Shrimp? Oh, I got my shrimp shirt on today. Jumbo Shrimp promotions are out.
Yeah.
Give me some of your favorites, Coos.
I liked Gender Reveal Night, where they're going to reveal genders, and you can reach out to them if you would like to be a part of that and have a kid on the way.
So I'm assuming they're going to do that with, like, baseball bat and a ball.
I'd imagine, yeah. And then,
because that's become a popular thing. We just saw Chris Bryant do it.
Yep. The other one I thought was Best Seat Over the House Night, where winners are going to get to watch the game from a hot air balloon above the stadium. So if you're afraid of heights, maybe
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, maybe not sign up for that one.
Yeah, maybe don't sign up for that
Coos, one. Fill us in on what Say Yes to Crack Night.
Say Yes to Crack Night. That's they're going to do that on April 30th. Is
there something more to that?
They are going to salute chiropractors and plumbers.
Ah, very good. Thank you for clarifying. That's why I asked for the clarification.
Honestly, I want to be in these meetings where they come up with this stuff.
We had Harold Craw in last year about it, and they said they must be the most entertaining meetings going.
I mean,
it's
got to be fun.
Can we do this?
Yeah.
Right? And they had Florida Man Night last year. That took got a ton of attention.
Yeah.
All over the place. They have done a fantastic job. They've got 70 home dates, opening nights on April 15th, and great job by David Ratz and Harold Craw and Ken Babby and everybody else over there at the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Take a look on their website to see all the different nights. Hey, man, thanks for coming in today. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Let's do it again sometime.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Absolutely. Well, whether you're here or not, we may have started a new segment of Scobee's Tweets.
Actually, that's a good idea. We should just do it every
Sponsored
week.
by
Sponsored by
Whataburger.
I think I might know someone.
I like that. We'll do it. Hey, check out University of North Florida. They play hoops tonight in an hour. Head on over. Go see a good basketball game against Lipscomb. Both teams really good. A-Sun semis. Winner goes to the championship game and gets a one game away from the NCAA tournament. I'll be over there live on TV in just a bit. I'll have the call of the game on ESPN Plus, so you can check it out as well. Appreciate you hanging out with us on ESPN 690. We'll see you on TV tonight, CBS 47 and Fox 30. CGC Water Treatment is celebrating Connecticut's 50th year anniversary with 50% savings for you. Purchase a Premier Softener and save 50% off a K5. Connecticut's